Welcome to the Johnson Collection, New England Patriots radio broadcasts from 1985 through 2026. It's the 1985 season, and this is game number 18, played on January 5th, 1986, the AFC Divisional Playoffs, from the Los Angeles Coliseum in Los Angeles, California. It's your New England Patriots taking on the Los Angeles Raiders. Original broadcast from News Radio 590 WEEI with John CARLSON and John Morris. Before we go to the broadcast, there are certain aspects about this production I believe you, the listener, need to know about. The original tapes for this game were purchased in the 1970s and were already deteriorating by the time I got a chance to copy them in the 1990s. I found that short portions were inaudible and that the entire first 7 minutes of the second half were missing. That having been said, once again, as I have done with other tapes, I worked the magic, and I believe I brought the audio up to a very easy listening level. And also, I've been able to rectify the missing minutes of the second half thanks to the YouTube channel called Larry's Classic Sports. Now, if you get a chance to go see Larry's Classic Sports, you make sure you subscribe and you thank him. Larry has just posted this entire game 3 months ago. So while it would have been made easy for me to tell you, the listener, about what happened, I'm going to let you listen to Dick Enberg and Merlin Olsen call the game as they saw it. And then we're going to pick up the Patriots radio broadcast at about the 7-minute mark of the third quarter. And we'll listen to John CARLSON and John Morris take us the rest of the way. And as an added bonus, we move up the dial to 850 WHDH with Eddie, Mark, and Jim. It's the Sunday Night Sports Huddle in its full glory as those of us remember it. So without further delay, here are the voices of the 1985 AFC champions, John CARLSON and John Morris.
Coliseum for today's game right after this message.
Well, you know you're in the big time, or at least in the big time as far as Hollywood's concerned, when Sammy Davis Jr. sings the national anthem. Oh, say, oh, no, that's not Sammy Davis Jr. We didn't take that. That was John CARLSON, and we are just about ready. John Morris along with you. So the Patriots' quest for the Super Bowl continues. 2 games away from the Super Bowl. And isn't it kind of fitting, John, that I think at any rate that Miami won that game yesterday, because it would have been kind of disappointing, I think, for all Patriots fans, and the players, too, for that matter, to make it to New Orleans without having to go through that Orange Bowl thing one more time. So I think they were all kind of happy that the Dolphins won that game. And they're not talking about it, though, because this is the one that counts. And they feel very confident. They feel that they can certainly line up with these guys, the Oakland Raiders, Los Angeles Raiders. I think the fact that the Patriots, played them in that 5th game of the season and lost, and even though they lost, the score indicated they lost pretty well, the game was a lot closer than the score indicated, and I think it was good for the Patriots at that point in the season to realize that, hey, these guys are not the superhuman football players that the press makes them out to be, and that, we can match up with them pretty well. And I think that's the confident factor going into this game for the Patriots today.
We're here at the campus of the University of Southern California at the Coliseum. Many a great game has been played on this surface, and of course, many a great college football game. There's a rich tradition in football here, and now the captains for both teams are moving out to the center of the field for the traditional obligatory coin flip.
It's kind of ironic, John, talking about the history of this Coliseum and all the great football games that have been played here, that the Patriots have only been here twice in their history, once in the old AFL days, and then once a couple of years ago to play the Rams in an exhibition game. And when you think about all the great football games that have been played here, it's kind of a strange place as far as the Patriots are concerned. And let's hope that this football game continues in the mold of the AFC playoff games. I thought yesterday's game with Cleveland and Miami was an exciting game, and the 2 NFC games will leave a lot to be desired. 2 shutouts by both teams, by the Rams and also by the Chicago Bears, and not exactly the most exciting football I've ever seen. But I think today's game is going to live up to the old AFC tradition, John. I think we got a good one on our hands here.
I think we might see some scoring, too, and the Patriots won the toss, so they are going to receive. Chris Farr's moving out onto the field now. He's their place kicker. He's the guy that'll send it downfield. Deep and straight away for New England will be Stephen Starring. To return, he'll be flanked by Cedric Jones to his left and by Greg Hawthorne to his right.
Get a chance right away to see what the Patriots' game plan is. Will they continue to stay in that conservative mold and hope that they can just play near perfect offensive football and not make any mistakes like they did last week against the Jets and allow the defense to win the game? Or will they come out firing with all guns and maybe trying to go deep on Lester Hayes? I don't think they're going to try and go deep on Haynes, but they might try and go against Hayes. But I'd have to guess, John, is the philosophy, and knowing Raymond Berry as well as I do, that there won't be any major changes for this game. He's going to stay with a tried and true that's gotten him this far, and I think we'll just see the Patriots staying on the ground. We're just about ready. The Raiders have it teed up in their familiar black and silver uniforms. The Patriots in their white shirts, red pants. We're ready for the game. John Carlson's ready to tell us about it.
Thank you, John Morris. Here's Chris Barr's kick, end over end, scoring about 2 yards deep, coming out on the right side. Moves it up through the middle of the 15, the 20. Makes some gain to about the 22-yard line, but resistance there brought him down. As a matter of fact, knocked him back a little bit, but he'll get forward progress wherever that is going to be marked. The 24-yard return, and the spotting of the ball at the 21-yard line gives the Patriots first down and 10. So they start the game with the football. The sun has broken through the clouds here at the Coliseum, so there's brilliant sunshine bathing the field for the start of this game. Tony Easton, the quarterback, split backfield behind him, twin receivers to the left side. The Raiders are in the 34 defense, outside linebackers up, handoff coming right side. Craig James over the 25 to about the 26-yard line, where linebacker Matt Millen, the big guy from Penn State, makes the hit, a 5-yard gain. And it's going to be second down and 5 for New England.
Auspicious start for the Patriots offensive line, and that's going to be the key to this one. The Raiders play that 3-4 defense very similar to the Patriots. The difference is that they play a lot of situational defenses. They'll move players around and bring in people depending on down and distance. Howie Long, the best defensive lineman in the league, will move up and down the line. They've got to stop him.
They're still in the 34 now, and a second down and 5. Patriots have motion to the inside, left to right. That's Stanley Morgan. U-turn to the outside. Here's the handoff. Craig James over the 30. He's to the 35. He's to the 38-yard line. Craig James popped it right up the right side, and it was Van McElroy who made the stop. He's a safety, but a 12-yard gain for James, and a first down and 10 for New England at their own 38.
You don't suppose Craig James has set a target for what his old college teammate did yesterday against the Cowboys, do you?
Imagine that, 248 yards. What a day Eric Dickerson had yesterday just down the road in Anaheim.
And James is looking like he's trying to top that.
Twin receivers to the left side, strong right formation for the Patriots, and here's Eason on first down. Look at a throw. Tony Collins drops the ball. Collins came in underneath the defense at about the 40-yard line and couldn't hold on to the ball. Might have been a tad behind him on the throw by Eason, but they wanted to see if they couldn't pick something up on first down and catch those linebackers napping, particularly Matt Millen. He's a 250-pounder, John, and he does not go into his pass drop all that quickly.
Oh, boy, but can he play the run? He is something, and what a tough linebacker he is. The Patriots were lucky that time. Collins wasn't looking for the ball, and it hit him in the shoulders and bounced up in the air, but fortunately fell on the ground.
Second down and 10. Patriots at their own 38-yard line. Here's Eason. Handoff. James left side. He's to the 40. It's James up to the 44-yard line as he got caught right around the ankles by Bill Pickell, the third-year veteran who is playing at nose tackle for the Los Angeles Raiders. 6-yard gain on the play. It's going to be third down now, and a little over 4 yards to go for the first down for New England.
Surprisingly, Bill Pickell, who you just mentioned, John, leads the Raiders in sacks. He had 12 and a half. You would have thought that Howie Long would be the leader in that department, but no, it's Pickell.
All right, third down. Crucial play for the Patriots as far as the drive is concerned. We're in the first quarter of play. Just underway. First turn at offense for New England. Handoff. Tony Collins coming to the right side. Outside over the 45. Then up to midfield. He's got the first down. Knocked out of bounds. Just over the 50-yard line. About the 49-yard line of the Raiders. Jeff Barnes, linebacker, made the hit on the play. And enough for a first down and 10 for New England.
Good individual effort by Tony Collins. The Patriots were trying to go wide right. They pulled John Hanna, who got a nice block on the linebacker to hook him to the inside. I think Collins originally wanted to go inside. He saw that block by Hanna and broke it to the outside, picked up a big first down.
So let's get back to it as the Patriots walk up to the football. They've got a first down and 10 at the Raiders' 49-yard line. Here's Eason on the drop. Steps up in the pocket, throws into the middle, and this one is complete, but then broken up. Loose ball. I think they're going to wave that off as an incompletion. Looked like Stanley Morgan had the ball, but it was stripped out of his hands, and they're calling it incomplete. It'll come back and be second down and 10 at the 49-yard line of the Raiders. And clearly, John, the Patriots are trying to catch the Raiders napping down underneath, throwing that short ball on first down.
That's right. The running game that's been successful so far in this first drive has really helped them. And Tony Easton's getting excellent protection from his offensive line. Patriots got a break that time. That call could have gone either way. That could have been a fumble or an incomplete pass, and it went in favor of the Patriots.
Van McElroy made the stop and the strip for the Raiders. Raiders are in a four-man front now. Second down and 10, and the handoff goes to Craig James, and he runs into trouble at the midfield stripe. Howie Long, the defensive end for the Raiders, was right there. Kapam, he was down. Loss on the play is very slight. It's just going to come back behind the pin. So the Patriots going to be faced with a third and long now. It's third and 10 and change.
James doesn't make too many mistakes in judgment, but I think he did that time. Brian Holloway had done a fairly nice job of blocking Howie Long at the line of scrimmage and really had blocked him out. Had James cut to the inside, there might have been something there. Instead, he elected to go to the outside, and Howie Long was right there.
Patriots load up on wides now. Stephen Starring is going to go wide to the left. Got twin receivers there. Stanley Morgan to the right side. Here's the snap on the shotgun. Eason, pressure, trouble. He goes down, folds up at about the 36-yard line. John Jones, the second-year man from Boston's Northeastern University, was there to cause him to fold, and into the game will come Rich Camarillo.
The Raiders have a lot of respect for Eason's ability to scramble with the football, and they did a nice job that time of containing him. Eason tried to roll out to the right to buy a little time, and the Raiders just kept him right in that pocket. There was no place for him to go, nobody open. Did the smart thing, took the sack.
It's the first quarter play. We've got 11 minutes and 29 seconds left in the quarter. Patriots going to have to surrender the football. Here's the snap. Rich Camarillo sends it downfield. It's Fulton Walker taking it to the 21. He fumbles it loose. Ball! They're jumping forward at the 20-yard line. Patriots have a chance to get it. And let's see what the officials say about who owns the ball. Patriots are signaling it's theirs, but there's a fight for it. Fulton Walker dropped the football.
Looked like Cedric Jones might have been the first one down. He had it momentarily, and then I thought one of the Raiders got it. Patriots are signaling they have it, though.
Patriots have the football.
Let's see, let's get that number as he gets off the pile. Whoever it was did an excellent job of scrambling underneath there to grab that football.
Well, he hasn't come out of there yet. That was deep and dirty.
Probably have to get the ball remover out to get it away from him.
Fulton Walker got nailed. The ball was rolling loose.
Jim Bowman got it, but he got some help down there. One of the Patriots is still down. Yeah, it was McSwain was the first guy down there. He originally had it, and then Jim Bowman came up with it. What a break for the Patriots.
Excellent field position, as you might suspect. The ball is located just inside the 22-yard line. So the Patriots have a first down and 10 at the 21-yard line of the Raiders. And here's Eason bringing the offense back up to the line of scrimmage. Rich Camarillo's punt fumbled by Fulton Walker, and a new breath of life for the offense. Craig James, option pass, throws it complete down inside the 15-yard line to Tony Collins. Collins is taken down immediately, so they don't get the big gain out of it or the touchdown, but what they do get is about 8 good yards, and it's going to be second down and 2. Van McElroy, the free safety, over to make the stop that time for the Raiders. Second down and 2, Patriots, ball inside the 15.
Well, that kind of hurts Craig James' average because he's done that the third time this year he's done that. The other two went for touchdowns.
Well, James is right behind his quarterback. Eason got motion to the left. That's Lynn Dawson. On the drop, it's Eason rolling out to the right side, avoiding the pressure. On the run, he throws, and it's complete for a touchdown. Lynn Dawson in the end zone. 6 points, Patriots.
Oh, what a pass by Tony Eason, rolling out to his right. He was looking for, I think it was Irving Fryer in the right corner of the end zone. That's who his initial receiver was, but he was well covered by Lester Hayes. Now, Easton's in a little bit of a jam. He's got to either run or throw the ball, and he lofted it high in the back of the end zone, and Lynn Dawson went up and grabbed a beautiful catch, nice pass, and the Patriots quickly take advantage of that turnover.
13 yards for 6, so the Patriots are on the board first in this game.
Up play by Tony Eason, John. That was just smart on his part. He had an option at that point. Once the initial receiver was gone, he had a chance to either run or pass, and just threw a beautiful pass into the end zone.
Tony Franklin adds the extra point. So with 10 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter and the teams heading back upfield, it's the Patriots 7 and the Raiders nothing. We'll be back right after this message.
This week's Kay Jewelers New England Patriots star of the game will receive a gift certificate from Kay Jewelers, the Diamond people. Lynn Dawson, with his first touchdown reception of the year, has put the Patriots out in front 7-0. And what a beautiful catch it was. And Patriots and Tony Easton quickly capitalized on the first turnover of the game by the Raiders, a fumbled punt, recovered at the Raiders' 21-yard line by Jim Bowman on the second play from scrimmage after an option pass by Craig James, picked up a few yards. Tony Easton flipped it into the end zone. What a beautiful catch by Lynn Dawson. 7-0 Patriots.
Dawson just went right up the ladder to take that one down. Lynn is not particularly small, as you might suspect, at tight end. He stands 6'3". He went all the way to the sky and yanked it. And the Patriots have the lead, and Tony Franklin's going to kick off.
And to keep track of these turnovers, that's what wins and loses playoff games.
Here's the hit by Franklin. It's high end over end, but it's going to come in a little bit short. Taken by Sam Seal. Coming up over the 20, 25, Jacob Fulton Walker over the 30, the 35, the 40. Look out, he can run. He's up over the 45. He's up to midfield. Fulton Walker, you remember, used to do that for the Miami Dolphins? Well, they let him go. And now he does it for the L.A. Raiders, and that time he took a short kickoff by Tony Franklin and ran it back to the 49-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 there for the Raiders. Cedric Jones was the man who finally brought Fulton Walker down. 36-yard return on a short kickoff. And here are the Raiders for their first try at offense. The quarterback, Mark Wilson, the handoff goes over the right side. Marcus Allen, ball is rolling back toward the 40-yard line. Everybody's yelling, nothing coming out of it. Steve Nelson's the guy that put the shot on the ball carrier. That was at the line of scrimmage where Marcus Allen tried to drive one up through his own right tackle, but it didn't work out for him. No gain on the play. The ball will be spotted right there at the 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders.
Patriots defense has been playing with a lot of confidence, particularly towards the latter part of the season, and it really helps their confidence to come on the field for the first time with their team out in front 7-0.
Patriots in the 34 defense. The outside linebackers up on the line of scrimmage. Mark Wilson drops. He wants to throw, and he does. Drills into the middle, and it's intercepted. The Patriots have the football at the 36-yard line on an interception, a turnover. That's the Patriots football. It's not Fred Marion, so it's got to be Ron Lippett. Ron Lippett. And the ball is at the 36-yard line. Check that. You say, John, it's Raymond Claiborne.
I think it's Lippett. I think you're right. Yep, it was Ron
Lippett. Okay. You're trying to challenge those fine eyes that we have positioned here. Ball's at the 36-yard line. Patriots get it on a turnover with 9:36 left in the first quarter. 1st down and 10. New England at their own 36-yard line. Handoff goes to Craig James, trying to sprint out to the left side, runs into trouble, and he's down at the 35-yard line. Trouble? Well, it's named Howie Long and Bill Pickell. A loss in the play of a yard. It's going to be 2nd down 11. Now for the Patriots, they lead 7-0 with 9:20 left here in the opening quarter of play. They had a dropped ball by Fulton Walker on a punt that gave the Patriots field position inside the 22-yard line of the Raiders. Now, an interception by Ronnie Lippett gives them the ball in their own territory, but of course takes it away from the Raiders. Here's 2nd down 11, New England. Dropping back is Easton looking downfield. He pumps, fires down the middle. It's complete to Derek Ramsey to the 40 and down to the 36-yard line of the Raiders. Derek Ramsey, the tight end, straight down the middle. Van McElroy brought him down, but the Patriots are positioned now at the 36-yard line of L.A., a 28-yard play.
Another excellent choice by Easton, and he's got the ability to make these choices because the line is giving him so much time to throw the ball. He originally looked down the right side. Irving Fryer was running to go against Lester Hayes, and Hayes was just all over Fryer. No chance at all. Easton, with enough time, looked back into the middle and saw Ramsey wide open and hit him.
8 minutes and 21 seconds left first quarter. Patriots has a slot to the right side this time. 3-man front for the Raiders. Handoff. Craig James, left side. Trouble again. Patriots persist in trying to run there. Haven't been able to get anything. Looks as though they're running right at Howie Long, though, whenever they get the opportunity, John.
I was just thinking the same thing, John. That's exactly what they were doing. They're saying, okay, that's your best guy over there. Let's see if our best guy or one of our best guys in Brian Holloway can handle him. That time, though, I think Brian did a nice job on Long. Took him to the inside, but it was, I think, Sean Jones that was the guy that made the play.
And here are the Patriots with a 2nd down and 10. Handoff Tony Collins trying to come to the right side. A lot of trouble. Raiders there. Excellent penetration. Howie Long. Reggie McKenzie, the inside linebacker. He's a rookie from Tennessee. Made this club and starts for him and doing a fine job. He was right up on the play. The ball is going to be spotted at the 40. That's a loss of 4 yards. And it'll be third down now for New England and 14 yards to go for a first down.
What a pleasant surprise McKenzie's been for the Raiders. 10th round draft choice from Tennessee. He stepped right in there and plays that linebacker position like he's been doing it all his life.
Patriots on 3rd and long. Insert Stephen Starring to the lineup and take Tony Collins out. Patriots have a slot to the right now with a shotgun formation in evidence. 4-man front for the Raiders. Handoff. Craig James, left side, got a flag down. Play killed. Well, they're not going to be able to come back and run that one right away. They had Craig James coming out of the shotgun on the run. And it looks as though the 30-second clock ran down before the Patriots got a chance to snap the ball. That means 5 yards, delay of game.
Took me a little while to find that 30-second clock, John. This stadium is just so enormous. 92,000 is the capacity here, but there's many, many seats behind the end zone, and we're a long way from the field, and so are the stands. And the clock is a long way from the field, and they got 2 enormous Magic Vision scoreboards up there, but this place just engulfs you with its size.
Here are the Patriots back to the shotgun formation. This time, though, it's third down and 19 yards to go. Handoff, Craig James, same play, going to the left side. They're going to run it anyway. They bring it to the 42. That's well short of the first down, obviously. Well short of the pin that would have put them at the original point for the line of scrimmage. Rod Martin was right up to make the play. 4 yards on the gain. Ball at the 41-yard line. That means Rich Camarillo will come in as the ball is resting still on Raiders territory, but deep. Camarillo steps back to his own 45-yard line to take the snap. Fulton Walker is deep for the Raiders. Patriots got the turnover on the interception. Couldn't do anything with it. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left first quarter. Camarillo going to the top and corner of the punt and block. The ball is rolling downfield. Raiders on the chase. Raiders have the football. Raiders ball down inside the 20-yard line. Greg Townsend on the run for the Raiders. A blocked punt. The Raiders have come up with a big play on special teams. They have the football inside the Patriots' 20-yard line.
Oh, a big break for the Raiders, obviously. I thought Camarillo took an awful long time to punt that one. Townsend came in from Camarillo's right side, the left side of the Raiders' defense, and he was just in there as contained. All of a sudden, he realized, I think, that Camarillo was taking a long time, blocked the ball. It came all the way downfield to the Patriots' 21-yard line, where it was recovered by the Raiders. I think it was Jeff Barnes that recovered it.
Mark Wilson at quarterback on the turn. Marcus Allen, 15-yard line. He jumps down to about the 12 as he goes over Henry Lawrence, the veteran right tackle for the Raiders. Ron Lippin was up to help on the stop. A couple of other people got a piece of Marcus Allen, but not a good one. Steve Nelson was one of them. Gain in the play of about 4 yards. So it's going to be second down and 6. Raiders have the football at the 12-yard line of New England. A blocked punt. Patriots capitalized on a dropped punt by Fulton Walker, and now the Raiders return the favor. Raiders slot left. It's a T formation. Mark Wilson, the quarterback, from the 12-yard line of the Patriots. He drops, looks, fires out to the left side. The ball is dropped. He was firing to his left, but essentially his receiver, Todd Christensen, his favorite receiver, was ranging into the middle of the field. So it's going to be a third down now for the Raiders at the 12-yard line.
Don't see that very often. Todd Christensen, the leading receiver among tight ends in the NFL, caught 82 passes this year. That time he was open and dropped it.
4 minutes and 55 seconds left first quarter. Patriots lead 7-0. Out on a 13-yard touchdown pass to Lynn Dawson from Tony Eason. Now Mark Wilson has his Raiders at the 12-yard line of New England, and Wilson drops straight back, looking. Now he throws that one away. He threw it away right out of there. There was a receiver, Dokie Williams, who was ranging along the back line of the end zone, but
can hear the reaction of
the crowd didn't like it. He let that one go, John. I don't think that was a slip at all.
No, he threw that one away, and the crowd is eager to jump on him anyway, John. For some reason, they just haven't accepted Mark Wilson here as the quarterback for the Raiders. I don't know why. He's only lost 2 games for them all year, and he's gotten them this far, but not one of the favorites here, and they quickly jumped on him. He had plenty of time to throw at that time, just couldn't find anybody open.
Chris Barr is in. Youngster from Penn State will have a 30-yard attempt. Here's the snap. Wilson holds. Kick is up. And it is good. So the Raiders hit the scoreboard here in the first quarter. 4:47 left in the period. And it's New England 7, LA 3. We'll be back right after this message.
7-3 Patriots. Good job by the defense that time, John.
Defense came in a very tough position inside the 20-yard line and held them to 3 points. That's a very good job. Chris Barr hammers the kickoff downfield. Starring runs into the end zone with it. Now comes out over the 10. He's got the 15. Can he make the 20? He gets there, but a flag goes down as well. The flag goes right at the feet of Lynn Dawson. He puts his hands in his hips and looks quizzically at the officials. A 21-yard return for Stephen Starring. Trey Junkin made the stop for the Raiders.
Illegal block. Number 51, on the run back.
51 is Brian Ingram. You heard the call, so the Patriots will start from their own 10. I thought Starring had done a nice job to get it back out to the 20 when he really should have just kept it in the end zone and taken the touchback. Nevertheless, the Patriots now with a long way to go. A little bit short of the 10-yard line, called to 9.5.
That's where they're going to put it, but it'll be officially the 10-yard line. First down and 10 for New England, working deep in their own territory, leading 7-3. 4:37 left in the first quarter, and the Patriots head upfield. They're heading south. Strong right formation. Dropping back is Tony Eason. Fires. That one's complete to the 15, to the 17-yard line. Let's see, though, if that's exactly where they're going to give the Patriots the football. Right on the reception, Derek Ramsey went down and rolled. So we've got it's going to be the 15-yard line. They bring it back 2-3 yards.
Kind of interesting, John, to watch the Patriots passing attack. Every time Easton goes back to throw, 2 things have happened. One, he gets plenty of time to throw, and he's been able to look over the whole field. And secondly, almost every pass play, Irving Fryer has been lined up on the right side against Lester Hayes and has taken him deep. It's been a go pattern for Irving almost every time.
A gain of a little over 5 yards in the play. Second down and 5 yards to go for the first down. Here's the handoff to the up back. It's Tony Collins trying to jam it up over Brian Holloway and John Hanna, and he gets to about the 19-yard line. Bill Pickell, the nose tackle, making the stop on the play. So the Patriots will be faced now with a 3rd and short turn. 3rd down and about a yard to go for the first down. 3rd down and 1 for New England. They lead 7-3, 3:22 remaining in the first quarter. Clouds are coming back overhead. That brilliant sunshine has disappeared. The lights are on. Got a slot to the left. The handoff goes to Craig James, trying to go to the left, and he's buried. No gain on the play. Patriots are in a 4th down situation. Howie Long and Matt Millen got together that time and jammed up Craig James on the left side. No dice. They've gone to the well there several times, I guess thinking that something may be there, but there certainly wasn't the yard they needed that time, and it was Long who kind of crunched over to his right to get in on the stop. That means Rich Camarillo comes in.
Yeah, Long was lined up at left defensive end. The Patriots ran away from him and ran to the other side, and Long hustled across and made the play, but it was Reggie McKenzie, I think, the linebacker, that they really stuffed the play and allowed Long to get over and make the tackle.
Yeah, saw Long in on the tackle and then had to wait and see. He did come from the left. Rich Camarillo gets his punt off, and it's a beauty. It backs Fulton Walker up to the 31-yard line, and now he starts to the left over the 35, breaks to the 40, Sutter stepping his way up toward the 45-yard line. Man, has he got quick feet. He uses them, keeps them moving, and then tries to find his daylight. That time, Mosi Katupu popped him at about the 44. 1st and 10 Raiders. Their own 44-yard line, 7-3. Patriots hand off Marcus Allen, trying to come out to the left, over the 45, midfield, runs it out of bounds in front of the Raiders bench at the 48-yard line of New England, chased out by Fred Marion, but Marcus Allen got 8 yards on the play. It's going to be a 2nd down and 2 for the Raiders.
The leading rusher in the league, in the National Football League, with 1,759 yards. kind of see why on that play. Just sort of dipped it to the inside and broke to the outside and ran right past Don Blackman. Kind of interesting. I was talking to Rod Rush before the game, and he thinks that Marcus Allen might be a better all-around player than Eric Dickerson.
Well, he does do everything. He's a fine blocker, pass catcher, can throw the ball. He gets the handoff now, going to the right side. Gets nailed by Andre Tippett as he goes into the hole over his own right tackle, but it looks as though he got the first down to the 45-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. Should be a 1st and 10. It is for the Raiders.
In a game when these two teams are as evenly matched as the Patriots and the Raiders are, it then becomes a game of turnovers and field position. I think you mentioned it during that break, John. The Patriots are kind of losing the battle of field position right now, although they are leading in turnovers. The Raiders have turned it over twice, the Patriots once with a blocked punt. The field position becomes important now, and the Raiders are eating away at that advantage.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the Patriots 45. Handoff coming around on the right side to Marcus Allen. Marcus breaking over his own right guard. Mickey Marvin is hit by Larry McGrew, scraping down. And a gain of 3 results. It's going to be a 2nd down and 7 for the Raiders.
Rod Russ was saying that Marcus Allen is a tremendous blocker as well as a runner. And I thought about that for a while, and I said, well, who does he block for? Because he always carries the ball all the time. But he says he's a pretty good pass protector.
Got a strong left formation for the Raiders. The Patriots in the 30 defense, and Mark Wilson is dropping back and looking to throw. He fires. It's loose in the air, tipped off the hand of the intended receiver, Todd Christensen, but it goes incomplete as well. Mark Wilson takes a shot from Julius Adams in the backfield. It means it'll be 3rd down now and 7 yards and change for the Raiders, with the ball sitting on Patriots territory at the 43-yard line.
Again, you can hear the crowd grumbling about their quarterback, Mark Wilson. Talking to their other quarterback before the game, Jim Plunkett, down on the sideline before the game, and he's still on injury reserve, not dressed for this game, not on the team, but anxious to get back in there next year, and would be his 16th year next year if he does play another one.
Patriots go to the situational defense now on 3rd and long for the Raiders. Raiders stay in a T, but Mark Wilson takes the deep drop and now steps up, breaks out to the right side on the run, looking for that 1st down, and he's got it. He runs for the 1st down inside the 35-yard line of New England. Mark Wilson taken down finally by Garen Barris. Gets some help as well from Ronnie Lippett. Gain of 9. Crowd cheers Mark Wilson now as he runs for a 1st down for the Raiders.
The pickle crowd, right? Do something good for me, we'll cheer. He stepped up inside. Andre Tippett had a good outside pass rush, and Mark Wilson just stepped up inside, and Tippett chased him down from behind, but pretty good action by Wilson that time. 6th-year quarterback from Brigham Young.
We're down to 26 seconds left first quarter. Patriots lead 7-3. I formation, motion to the inside. Here's the handoff. It goes to Marcus Allen. Allen over his own left side. Goes over Charlie Henna, and Fred Marion comes up to pop him, but not before he gets down to the 32-yard line. Larry McGrew is also in the stop. Gain of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. They're working on Patriots real estate. And there is the end of the quarter as time runs out. So with clubs running here, we wipe out a little bit of time in a hurry. At the end of 1 quarter of play, it's the Patriots leading the Raiders 7-3.
The Johnson Collection.
As we start the 2nd quarter of play with the Patriots out in front 7-3, we look at the first quarter stats, and kind of surprisingly, Mark Wilson of the Raiders has only completed 1 pass, and that was to Ronnie Lippett of the Patriots. He's 0 for 4. The Raiders have 28 yards rushing. Here we go.
Raiders football. They're at the 32-yard line of New England. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Mark Wilson, the quarterback, pitching back. Marcus Allen coming wide to the right side, avoids 1 tackle, shoots inside the 30, and he's down at the 27-yard line. Roland James is the guy that got him around the ankles and brought him to the ground. Gain of 5 yards. It's going to be a 3rd down and 3 yards to go now for the Raiders as they make their huddle back at the 35-yard line.
Let's see why Marcus Allen is the leading rusher in the league. That time Steve Nelson came across the line of scrimmage and had him around the ankles. It would have been for a good loss, but that kind of a tackle is not going to stop Marcus Allen.
No, you got to hit him square, hard, and hang on. Andre Tippett said that the first of the week. Simple but true. Here's Mark Wilson. Third down. Drops. Looking to throw. Fires in the middle, and that one is broken up as intended for Todd Christensen. Wilson looks for Christensen. Don Blackman, the linebacker, knew that. He played him perfectly right off his shoulder, reached in and knocked it away. It's fourth down now. Into the game comes Chris Barr, their field goal kicker.
Good coverage on Christensen. The Patriots were all over Christensen as he hooked up from the left side at about the 20-yard line, and Wilson tried to drill it in there, but Blackman was there, and I think Roland James was there, too.
This is a 45-yard attempt now for Chris Barr. He did one earlier in the game. Patriots lead 7-3. We have 14-14 left first half. Here's the spot. The kick is up. It's got the legs. It is no good. It goes wide. Had the legs, but went off to the right side, and no good. So the Raiders do not get on the board. Patriots maintain their lead here in the second quarter with 14-10 remaining. It's New England 7, LA 3. We'll be back right after this message. Let's get back to it as the Patriots move up to the line of scrimmage, first down and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Leading 7-3, Tony Eason drops, looks out to the right, fires deep downfield. That's incomplete. Not sure where. It's confusing.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it, John. That's one of those wild ones from Tony Eason that we haven't seen in some time. That one, I don't know who he was throwing it to. Fortunately, it was thrown far enough that none of the Raiders had a shot at it either.
It forces second down and 10. Ball still at the Patriots' 27-yard line. They've got a 7-3 lead. Raiders are in a four-man rush front, and they bring the outside guys up. Let's see how they work this one. Eason back. Handoff goes. Tony Collins. They try a little bit of a draw that gets them a yard or two at the best. Greg Townsend made the hit on the play. Patriots will be faced with a third down and long.
Howie Long was the nose tackle that time. As we mentioned before the game, he moves up and down the line of scrimmage. That time he was lined up on Pete Brock. Pete did a nice job on him, but Townsend filled in. The Patriots were trying to run what they call a wham. They send the lead back up in the middle. He's supposed to be blocking the nose tackle, helping the center out of the nose tackle, but Brock had done such a nice job that he could just move upfield and try and get the linebacker. All that said, the Patriots didn't get much out of it.
They sure didn't. It's third down and 8, and back is Tony Eason looking to throw, and he's going to be crunched instead. He pumped once, pulled the ball in, and Jeff Barnes came right over him and mashed him into the turf. The ball will be spotted behind the 20 at the 19-yard line. Loss of 10 yards, and the Patriots are going to have to punt again. In terms of field position, Patriots are going to surrender it.
Okay, he took the sack, but it was a good play by Tony Eason. He pumped. It looked like he was going to throw it. He was trying to find Stephen Starring on the right side. He was running the go against Lester Hayes, and there's no chance. It looked like Easton was thinking about just throwing it out there and letting Starring run under it, but no chance at all because the Hayes all over him, so he took the sack.
Here's Camarillo on the snap, gets his punt out of there. A tie coming downfield. Fulton Walker takes it at the 34, makes his move up the middle over the 40, spins off a tackle, still going over the 45. Patriots finally bring the elusiveness to Walker down at about the 48-yard line. Here are the Raiders with a first down and 10 at their own 47. Strong right formation. The pitch comes to Marcus Allen, right side, zips over the 50, down to the 45, and down to the 40, and inside to the 38-yard line of the Patriots, and the flag goes down. There's a flag down, and that's at the point where Marcus Allen is on the ground. Fred Marion and Ron Lippitt made the stop for New England.
Didn't look like a face mask, but I think that's what it's going to be against Marion. Let's see.
We have a 5-yard face mask foul on number 31 defense. It's first down.
That's that inadvertent face mask violation for which you get 5 yards. I'm not sure I like that particular penalty because often they'll call it on a brush over the face mask. I don't know if he got a finger in there or not, but often they do. And that's just a cheap call. I don't like that.
Well, that's why they call it 5 yards, and they've got to do something to prevent that because serious injury can occur from a face mask, even if it is accidental.
Here is a strong left formation. Dropping back is Mark Wilson. First down, fires to the sideline, complete at the 20-yard line. Catch by Dokie Williams, and that means that the Raiders have a first down, and they have it there at the 20-yard line, so they'll be working their offense in the red zone. Ron Lippitt was there in coverage, coming out on the sideline, patterned by Dokie Williams. Marcus Allen out. Kenny King is in. Handoff goes from the left side to Hawkins. Hawkins breaks down over the 15 and into about the 13-yard line. Frank Hawkins taken down by Roland James. So it's going to be a second down and about 4 yards to go for the first down. Second down and 4. Gain of 6 in the play for Hawkins. Marcus Allen comes back into the lineup.
Patriots are having some trouble right now, John, or have been throughout the game with missed tackles. That time McGrew and Julius Adams both missed Hawkins. This Raider team, especially with Marcus Allen, you just can't miss tackles.
Strong right formation now for the Raiders. An I handoff goes to Marcus Allen. He vaults up over the middle. They started the movement to the right, and then he shot right up over his center, Don Mosbar, and got down to about the 10-yard line. He was stopped there by Veras and Blackman, but the Raiders obviously are sitting pretty now in Patriots land near the 10-yard line. I think they are going to look down close for a measurement. They are. Chains coming out to find out whether or not it's a first down. No, on those face mask violations, I agree it can be very serious, but I think either it should be a penalty and give them the big one, or it isn't a penalty. As when somebody's hand brushes a mask and it's obviously inadvertent, I think it's a cheap penalty, and I don't like it.
Well, I see your point, and I'm going to disagree with you, but because I've had my face mask yanked around a few times in the past, and I know the dangers that could come from that, but I understand what you're saying, John, particularly when you view the fact there's so many penalties in the game of football now.
Got a strong right formation. Here's the handout to Marcus Allen. Cuts back, coming up the middle, and brings it to about the 6-yard line. And a flag goes down. Andre Tippett brought him down. Marcus Allen on the run. And he's having a pretty good day so far, we might add, on the run. But there's a flag in the middle of the pile.
You know, he is having a good day. And we're talking about the field position. The Raiders are starting to grind that out on the Patriots. Look where their last 4 drives have started. At the 49, at their own 49, their own 44, their own 48.
Number 65, offense, first down.
That'll help. The 4th drive started at the Patriots 16, but the Raiders have really taken advantage of the field position opportunities that have been given to them.
The holding call goes against Mickey Marvin. He's the offensive right guard and a veteran, 9 years around the league. And the ball comes back to the 16-yard line. It's going to be a first down there for the Raiders. They measured and got the first down. That was at the 10-yard line. So the holding call brings it to the 16. First down. Raiders deep in Patriots territory. 10:45 left, first half. Patriots lead 7-3. Mark Wilson fires. He's got a hit for a touchdown on Jesse Hester, the rookie from Florida State. Mark Wilson into the left corner of the end zone, and the Raiders have their first touchdown of the afternoon, taking the lead over New England.
What a move Hester put on Raymond Claiborne. Hester lined up on the left side, ran to the post, and just took Claiborne with him to the middle, and then broke it to the outside, and Raymond was nowhere near. Good move. Touchdown Raiders.
It was the 1st and 16. It was first down on the 16-yard line, and they went 16 yards for the score. Hester pulls it in. Mark Wilson will hold on the point after attempt for Chris Barr. That kick is up, and it is good. So the Raiders now, with 10:39 left in the first half, have taken a 10-7 lead over the Patriots. And John, finally, that battle of field position paid off for the Raiders because they were winning it, getting consistently good field position, and finally they used it for the touchdown.
You could just feel it coming, couldn't you, John? When you're playing against a team of average ability, you don't worry about that field position too much because you figure maybe the team's going to make a mistake or they'll turn the ball over. But when you're playing a team like the Los Angeles Raiders, when you continue to give up that good field position, you just have this feeling of impending doom. And sooner or later, something bad's going to happen. That's what happened. This time, the Raiders went 52 yards in 6 plays. The Patriots, I thought, had gotten a break on the holding call that cost the Raiders 10 yards. That one against Mickey Marvin. But Mark Wilson, who's been under a little heat from the fans here so far today, came right back on the next play and 16-yard touchdown pass to Hester. The Raiders take the lead. Nice move by Hester against Raymond Claiborne. Just completely turned Claiborne around and broke it to the outside, the corner of the end zone for the touchdown.
Patriots will get a shot at offense now, though, as Chris Barr gets set to kick off. Deep and straight away, Steffen starring for New England. 10:39 left first half. End over end, coming in on the left side, taken by Cedric Jones. Jones going to get to the 20, spin off, and get to the 23-yard line before he goes down. Cedric Jones on the return. The ball came down the near sideline. That was Cedric Jones on the left side that fielded it. Got a run back of 9 yards. Patriots get a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Patriots on their initial drive of the game, after they got the opening kickoff, looked pretty good. They really moved the ball well. Scored a touchdown after a punt was fumbled by the Raiders. And since that time, the Raiders have really stopped the Patriots on offense. Let's see what Easton's got in see what they can do this time around.
He's going to slot to the right side, a T formation. Raiders in the 34, outside linebackers up, and here's the handoff coming to the left side. And a fumble. Raiders recover a Patriots fumble. It's taken out of bounds, but they own the football. Howie Long recovered the fumble. Mosi Tutupu going to the left. Mosi never fumbles. He did that time. Never say never. The ball was popped out of Mosi's grasp. Howie Long picked it up near the sideline, stepped out of bounds. Raiders are in dynamite field position. They've got the ball, 1st down and 10 on the Patriots' 17-yard line.
Because the original hit was by Matt Millen, who dried the ball loose, just bounced down on the sideline, and Howie Long just picked it up.
Yeah, I think Millen got a hit on him. I think Stacy Thoran, the defensive back, number 30. Let's see. Ball is a little loose. No, you're right. Ball was loose. Thoran was the guy that finished it off, and then Howie Long picked it up. Now it's 1st down, and the handoff goes to Marcus Allen. He's the bread and butter man, coming up over his own right guard, and he gets 2 yards, working Mickey Marvin and Don Mospar, the center, for a little wedge there. He got a couple of yards from the 17, so it'll be 2nd down, and about 8 yards to go for the 1st down there. Up making the stop, Steve Nelson along with Andre Tippett. Raymond Berry walks over and gives a pat to Mosi Tutupu over the fumble. Mosi obviously unhappy with that turn of events.
Officials have stopped the game. Some problem with the clock here.
Now we've got 10:04 on the clock up here. In terms of the quarter, is it one of the 30-second clocks?
I don't know. They're pointing at the other clock down towards the tunnel that leads to the locker rooms. I can't make out what that clock says from this angle, so far away, and these old eyes can't see it. Maybe it says 10:40 instead of 10:04. Got some young eyes up here that can see them.
Yeah, the angle's bad.
Adam Shinnick, who is helping us out with our spotting today, Shinnick of linebacker coaching fame, doing a nice job, too.
It's 10-7, L.A. leading New England. Now they just scored on a touchdown toss to Jesse Hester from Mark Wilson, a 16-yarder. Now the Patriots, on a turnover, surrender the football. And Mark Wilson has his offense right back on the field. And again, they're sitting in the red zone. And this is really going to put the heat on. It's 2nd down and 8 at the Patriots' 15. Last time these two teams played in September in Foxborough, Patriots gave up 3 touchdowns on turnovers. Here are the Raiders. Mark Wilson is back, takes the drop, looks out to the left, has a receiver complete at the 14-yard line to Marcus Allen. He's run out of bounds on the far side, down under the Patriots bench by Raymond Claiborne. Gain on the play about 3 yards, making it a 3rd down now for the Raiders. They'll have a 3rd down and about 5 yards to go for the 1st down.
Marcus Allen was the outlet receiver for Wilson. That was just his emergency man. He really wanted to go into the end zone to Todd Christensen. Patriots were in excellent coverage. There wasn't anybody there, but the problem here, John, is the Patriots aren't putting enough pressure on Wilson. He's got enough time to look all over the field. We've got another timeout now by the officials. I think it's clock problems again.
What's the clock? We're checking on the clock.
Clock reads 9 minutes and 13 seconds left in the 1st half. The ball is on the 12-yard line of New England. 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders. They lead now 10-7 over the Patriots. Let's pause here for station identification. This is the New England Patriots Football Network. Some kind of problem with the clock has given the Raiders the opportunity to discuss matters on the sideline. Mark Wilson back to the huddle. Apparently everything's straightened out. Clock is running, and the Raiders are moving to the line of scrimmage.
How do you get the feeling that Al Davis has something to do with this?
I think he had something to do even with the rain. Here's the pitch. It goes to Marcus Allen, right side down to the 10 to the 5. Ball over one player into the end zone. A touchdown. There's a flag down on the field, though. There's a flag down on the field. Marcus Allen vaulted into the end zone. A nice sprint right side. Marcus Allen.
Holding, number 42, defense.
Defensive holding against
Lippett, the touchdown.
You heard the call. A touchdown is allowed. The flag was thrown in the end zone, so you knew it wasn't offensive holding. You just have to hold your breath on a call like that. But it goes against the Patriots. Lippett called for defensive holding, and Marcus Allen just vaulted into the end zone. I mean, he really took it around the right side under a full head of steam, broke a good burst of speed right through the hole, and just vaulted about 5 yards into the end zone.
Marcus Allen's 12th touchdown run of the year, and it went for 12 yards. Now Barr hits the point after. And with 8:53 remaining in the first half of play, the Los Angeles Raiders have jumped to a 10-point lead over the Patriots. It's 17-7 now, as the Raiders have taken advantage of turnovers. And my goodness, what's going on here in the first half of play at the Coliseum in Los Angeles.
The Massachusetts State Lottery wants you to know that there was no Megabucks winner last night. So that means that this Wednesday, the expected Megabucks jackpot is over $20 million. Those numbers just don't mean anything to me, John. I don't know what $20 million means, but anyway, the numbers
either. I'd like to see, it's spread out in the counter here.
The numbers here make some sense, though. The numbers here, the score and the turnovers. Each team has turned it over twice, but it seems as though the Patriots' turnovers have been much costlier than the Raiders. A blocked punt by the Patriots set up a Raider field goal. I should say the Raiders blocked the Patriots' punt to set up a field goal. And then Mosi Tutupu fumbled at his own 17, where Howie Long recovered it, and quickly the Raiders got it into the end zone. They're out in front now, 17-7. And it really looks like a promising start for the Patriots, particularly in the first quarter when they had the lead. A fumbled punt by the Raiders, an interception by Ron Lippett, and the Patriots looked like they were ready to jump on the Raiders in a hurry, but the Raiders have got a lot of poise and a lot of experience, and they just settled down and came right back.
The Patriots are about to receive the football. They've done that a couple of times today, haven't they? Stephen Starring deep and straight away. He's got Greg Hawthorne to his right and Cedric Jones to his left. Patriots use a 5-3-2-1 formation down the field on returns. And the Raiders are set to kick off. Chris Barr approaches the ball, hits it with 8:53 left in the half. Ball going deep into the end zone, dropped by Starring. He's just going to hold it there and take the ball at the 20 on the automatic touchback. That's what he gets. Ball will come out. First down and 10, New England. And the offense comes onto the field, and they're going to have to start to produce, John.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, John. They've got to regroup and start thinking about moving the ball and put some points up. They've been a conservative offense throughout the season, have not scored many touchdowns, and now they've fallen behind early in the game, 17-7. And I'm afraid they're going to have to come out of that mold pretty quickly.
Patriots move up to the football. Split backfield now behind Tony Eason, the quarterback. Slot set to the right side. 30 defense for the Raiders. Here's the handoff. Goes over the right. It's Craig James over the 30, up to the 35, to the 36-yard line. Craig James shooting over the right side using Steve Moore and Ron Wooten as his principal blockers. Pushes it up for a first down and 10, a gain of 16 yards on the play. And Van McElroy, the free safety, had to come over and make the stop.
Nothing wrong with that play. It's been working for the Patriots throughout the game, and you can't help but think, John, that you might as well stay with it. The Rams did it with a lot of success yesterday, just giving it to Eric Dickerson all day long. Why not do the same thing with Craig James?
Steve Moore put a block on Howie Long and opened that lane up with it. Strong left formation now. Here's the turn. The handoff coming on the right side again to Craig James. This time, they won't get 16 yards out of it. Craig will get, though, it appears, about 4. Howie Long made the stop on the play. Let's see what they spotted.
Howie Long and Steve Moore getting into it a little bit down there right now.
Steve Moore had to do a lot of work against Mark Gastineau last week. This week he gets Howie Long. It never ends for him, I guess.
And he's done a nice job. He really did a nice job against Gastineau last week.
The gain was 3, second down, 7, New England. They've got the football sitting on their own 39-yard line. Let's look. Here's the turn. Faking the handoff as Eason throws it out to Craig James to the 45, the 50, to the 45, to the 40, and out of bounds at the Raiders' 38-yard line. Craig James coming down the near side, left side of the offense, 23 yards. Tony Eason with a fine fake to Tony Collins, turned and came out to the left on the roll and dropped it off to James, and James did the rest.
Well, that's what did it, John, the fake. An excellent fake by not only by Collins and the quarterback Eason, but also by the offensive line. Holloway and Hanna pulled to the right. They faked the roll to the right. They faked the sweep to the right, and Easton just rolled out to the left and sort of a little shot put over to James, and he gets 23 yards out of it.
And the Patriots have a first down and a dime sitting now on Raiders territory. Patriots on the 38-yard line of Los Angeles. Strong left formation against the 30 defense. Here's the turn, the fake handoff. Eason in trouble. Eason looking, rolling, now fires out to the right, and that one is incomplete. He tried to hit Stanley Morgan. Let's see. Stanley runs it. He's got the ball, and he goes out on the far side. Did he catch that football? No, it's called incomplete. He was out of bounds. Okay. He kept on going right over the Patriots bench on the far side of the field, but it's going to be second down here and 10 yards to go for New England as Tony Eason had to put up with some penetration that time. He was being chased.
Yeah, it was Jerry Robinson, the outside linebacker, the same Robinson that had so many great years in Philadelphia. They tried to run a reverse, not a reverse, but a rollout out there with Eason alone. Robinson didn't bite on the fake, and so Eason all of a sudden was faced one-on-one with Robinson. Did a nice job to get rid of the ball.
And here are the Patriots now with a strong right formation on the turn. Handoff, popping through. It's Mosi Tutupu, 35-30, down to the 25 to the 20. Mosi down to the 15-yard line. Mosi Tutupu. He fumbled earlier. He's put back in the game by Raymond Berry. He redeems himself with a beautiful run out to the right side. Got into trouble at the line of scrimmage and popped out of it 23 yards for Mosi and the Patriots. The ball at the 15-yard line of the Raiders. Van McElroy finally made the stop. First down, New England.
Nice to see Mosi come back on that one. I was just thinking, John, I wonder if Raymond Berry is taking advantage of the fact that Mosi Tutupu is probably really pumped with his game for a lot of reasons, but especially due to the fact he played here so many years at USC.
17-7 L.A. over New England, 6:34 left in the first half. Split backfield. Here's the turn. Handoff Craig James, left side, 15, down to the 10 inside of the 9-yard line. Nice effort by James going to the left side to get a half a dozen yards. Matt Millen and Rod Martin got together to make the stop for the Raiders, but James, with a good effort, sets the Patriots up with a second down here and about 4 yards to go for a first down. 6 minutes, 5 seconds in running here in the first half of play, and the Patriots are short by 10 points of a tie. They're at the line of scrimmage now against a three-man front for the Raiders. Handoff goes back up the middle to Tony Collins. He wanted to go up over John Hanna. He had to jump a little to the right and maybe got a yard in the play before Reggie McKenzie, the rookie linebacker, along with Bill Pickell, made the stop for L.A.
Now the Patriots are faced with a big one. Third and about 5 yards. The Raiders' 9-yard line. And the way this game is going, John, I mean, it's too early to say this is a critical play, but the Patriots really could use a touchdown and not a field goal at this point.
Indeed true. There was no gain in that play by Tony Collins trying to go up the middle. Craig James is going to the sideline. Patriots will send Stanley Morgan out to the far right, and Stephen Starring is in the game coming to the left, along with Irving Fryer, who's in the slot left. It's a shotgun formation from the 9-yard line. Here's the snap, the rush. Eason steps up, throws, and it's incomplete.
I hope they called this one. It looked like the Raiders were offsides. Let's see if they're going to call it.
There's a flag down at the 10-yard line, so it looks as though they might have found this one. Derek Ramsey, the intended receiver, couldn't hold on to the football, but Tony Eason is applauding the official's determination. That means the penalty will go against the Raiders. Defense. First down.
Oh, what a big one that is, isn't it, John? Looked like the right defensive end for the Raiders, Howie Long, was a little quick. He's complaining that Brian Holloway set up on him. Long is so quick off the ball, it's a little hard to see that one, but I thought he was offside, so did the official, and what a call for the Patriots.
That gives the Patriots a first down and goal to go at the 4-yard line of the Raiders. They were at the 9, a 5-yard penalty offside called against Howie Long. Patriots have 4 downs to go, 4 yards. They trail 17-7. And there are 4 minutes and 53 seconds left here in the first half of play.
Now that I've seen the instant replay on the monitor we've got up here, John, I think I agree with Howie Long. I thought that Brian Holloway, now seeing it in close-up on replay, Holloway set up a little too soon and drew Long offside, but the officials called it in a big break for the Patriots. They called it against Long. Long's still complaining about it down there. Talking in his Charlestown accent, letting them know what he thinks about that one. I can't understand a word he's saying. That's probably why nothing's happening.
Okay, Patriots come up to the ball. 17-7. Patriots trail, I formation. Easton back to turn, handoff. Tony Collins following a block. He gets to the line of scrimmage. That block was a pull on the right side. And who was it out in front of him? Brad Van Pelt came over to make the stop. It was, who was the lineman out in front? Wasn't it a lineman?
Yeah, it looked like Hanna and both guards, maybe Hanna and Wooten. I thought there was a big hole there. It looked to me like Tony was a little slow in hitting it, a little undecided on what he wanted to do.
You know who I think it was? I think it was Brian Holloway. How did they get him from left tackle all the way over to the right side to push himself out in front of the ball carrier? They got no gain in the play. At any rate, it's going to be a second down, a slight loss, as a matter of fact. It'll be second down and goal to go, closer to the 5 than the 4 now. Robert Weathers is in the game. Here is the play. Handoff, left side. Weathers, and he gets down to about the 2-yard line. Reggie McKenzie made the stop. They sent Robert straight away up over John Hanna that time. The ball is going to be spotted shy of the 2-yard line. It'll be third down and goal to go. Well, here's your big play now.
The Raiders keep coming up with these guys. This McKenzie's impressive. A rookie 10th round draft choice. And he's in there. Has played superb football all year long, and today is no exception. At any rate, the Patriots with a third and about 3.
It looks as though we've got a timeout taken by the Patriots. That's the first charged timeout here in the first half. 3:42 remaining in the half. 17-7 L.A. Patriots are knocking at the door. We'll be back for the answer right after this message.
This week's Kay Jewelers New England Patriots star of the game, as always, will receive a gift certificate from Kay Jewelers, the Diamond People. And this play right now coming up for the Patriots could go a long way in possibly determining the outcome of that one, as well as the game. This is a big one for the Patriots. Third and goal at about the 2.5 of the Raiders. The question now, John, is they've decided on the play. Do you go for it if you don't make it? Do you go for it on 4th down and try and get that touchdown? My tendency is to say yes, but for Raymond Berry's sake, I'm sure that they're hoping that they get it in this time.
Now the average coach would probably say, I'll take the 3 points now. We've still got plenty of time in this football game.
That's the normal thinking.
Well, that's what I'm trying to convey. Got a shotgun formation, John, though, on third down and a couple of yards to go. And a handoff goes to the left side, and there goes Craig James zipping into the end zone from 2 yards out for the touchdown. The Patriots have 6 points on the board, and they pull themselves to within 4 of the Raiders.
Give that one to John Hanna. What a block by John Hanna. The Patriots ran the ball out of the shotgun formation to the left side, and Hanna pulled out of there and just sliced Stacy Torren down. The strong safety would come up looking like he was going to make the play. Hanna got him down, James into the end zone.
Well, Craig James turns it on. He's not the fastest back in the National Football League, but he's got great acceleration at the start. He really zips out of there. And, of course, in that short yardage turn, he was flying right to the flag on the near side of the end zone. 80 yards, 10 plays for the Patriots, and 6 points. Now, the 7th is through the uprights from the foot of Tony Franklin. And with 3 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the first half of play, the Raiders' lead over the Patriots has been shaved to just 3 points. It's 17-14 as the teams come back upfield.
What an impressive drive by the Patriots, John. 80 yards, 10 plays, most of it on the ground, most of it with Craig James, and when they really needed it. I mean, that drive showed some character by this team, who doesn't need to show any character because they've gotten this far. But really, trailing 17-7, looking like things were just not going their way, looking like they could have just packed it in. Instead, they came right back with a really important drive, and very much back in this ball game now. Impressive drive by the Patriots.
I think it was important because, well, we said the offense has got to produce now. That's when they came out on the field for the start of that drive at their own 20-yard line. And they had just seen, of course, the Raiders score a touchdown after a recovery of a Mosi Tutupu fumble. So it's even more heartening on the drive to see Mosi come up with one of the big plays in the drive as well to help set it up.
Yeah, that really was an impressive run by Mosi, and a couple of impressive runs by Craig James, and the Patriots really are having some success on the ground. I don't see any reason to throw the ball at this point. Just stay there. Stay on the ground.
Well, they're within a reasonable distance now. Sam Seal and Fulton Walker are deep. Here's Franklin's kickoff. It goes to Walker at the 6 over the 10, the 15, and he gets nailed coming up near the 20. There's a fumble, loose ball. They're chasing it. Raiders have the football at their own 19-yard line. Ed Reynolds came up and got a hunk of the ball carrier that time. Fulton Walker getting into trouble for the first time on a return. Of course, he had dropped a punt earlier that the Patriots managed to recover. Here on a kickoff return, he got into trouble, and they don't get the 20-yard line.
Johnny Rembert was the first guy down there. I had visions for a moment there that he was going to be able to recover another fumble. He's done it twice for touchdowns on special teams this year. Thought he might do it again. That ball was on the ground.
13-yard return. A first down and 10 for the Raiders. Strong right formation. Mark Wilson, handoff. Marcus Allen trying to bounce to the outside left. Runs into trouble. They got him strung out. He's going to lose. Back to the 15-yard line. Steve Nelson and Andre Tippett wrap up Marcus Allen. Tell you what, that was an ill-fated sweep, and the Patriots defense had seen that before on film, I'm sure, because they just all kind of wrapped it up on the right side. A loss of 4 yards in the play. Second down, 14 Raiders.
Marcus Allen makes a 4-yard loss look exciting, though. Trying to run the sweep to the left. There were a lot of white-shirted Patriots out there, and yet he didn't go down that easily, did he?
No, that's why he makes the big bucks, John. He makes everything exciting. Folks come to see him play. Here's the fake handoff down the middle by Mark Wilson. Throws it out to the right side, and that one is intercepted. The Patriots have an interception. A pickoff. Ronnie Lippett comes to a short ball intended for Dokie Williams. Dokie Williams wasn't near it. Ronnie Lippett was. Patriots intercept. They've got the ball inside the 30-yard line of the Raiders. It's first down and 10, New England, at the Raiders' 28-yard line.
Ron Lippett's second interception of the game. The third turnover by the Raiders. Patriots with excellent field position now.
The Patriots have an opportunity with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in the first half. They're trailing in the football game by 3 points.
Shut down completely.
Patriots. Okay, the problem with the clock has been the 30-second clock, but enough of that. What a play by Ronnie Lippett, his second interception of the game. The Raiders picking on him, as all the teams have, and Ronnie Lippett has only allowed one pass to be completed in front of him, and he's picked off 2 of them.
The Patriots have a first down and 10 at the 28-yard line of the Raiders. Robert Weathers set on the left side of the split backfield, and here's the turn, and the pitch goes to Craig James. He tries to go left, goes over the 30, down to a 28. 28 was, you'll recall, the original line of scrimmage. He might get a yard on the play. Rod Martin made the stop. There wasn't anything there for Craig James.
There could have been, though, if Robert Weathers was able to make that block on the outside linebacker. Weathers was the lead blocker, trying to get Martin, couldn't get it. If he'd gotten him, there was a lot of running room there.
They get a gain of a yard. Robert Weathers leaves the game, and Tony Collins comes back in. Second down. 9 yards to go. LA 17, Patriots 14. Heading down to the 2-minute warning at 2:03. Patriots have them lined up. Here's the snap. Eason drops back. Eason looking. No, a whistle blew. I think it went down to the 2-minute warning, and the officials cut it off at that point. That's it. They have done that. They're going to bring the ball back up to the original line of scrimmage. They kill the play, and we are at the 2-minute warning at the Coliseum in Los Angeles, where the L.A. Raiders lead the New England Patriots 17-14. Here at the Coliseum in Los Angeles, the Patriots trail the Raiders, but they have an opportunity with a second down and 9. The ball is spotted inside the 28-yard line of the Raiders. Patriots got the ball in a turnover. Mark Wilson putting one up the sideline, intended for Dokie Williams, picked off by Ron Lippett, his second interception of this afternoon. And the Patriots and the Raiders are having a dogfight. Exchange of turnovers, causing each to create some excitement. And now the Patriots have a second down play to go.
We said it would probably be a game of field position and turnovers. I just didn't think there'd be this many turnovers. 5 combined by both teams in the first half. 3 by the Raiders, 2 by the Patriots. And the Patriots with an excellent opportunity here on that third turnover to take advantage and go into the locker room at halftime with a lead.
And And the Patriots stand up with a 2nd down and 9. Here's Tony Eason back. Looks, pressure, sprints out, just throws the ball. And Craig James, who was out on his right, had his back to the football, no chance. Eason was just dumping that thing off, and I think he got away with it.
I think he was trying to throw it on a fake reverse to Derek Ramsey. Ramsey was lined up on the right side, came around behind Eason. They faked the reverse to him, and I think Eason was going to turn around and throw it back to Ramsey, but that play just takes too long to develop, and Howie Long was there in a hurry.
Yeah, there was no chance that time, and Eason's ball just went out toward the back of Craig James, and it means 3rd down and 9 now for the Patriots. So they've got to come up with a play here. That obviously wasn't the one. Shotgun formation, twin receivers to the right side. Craig James is out. Stephen Scarring is in now. Stanley Morgan is on the left side. Back is Easton. He looks. He drills one from Morgan, and Morgan is hit as he's reaching for the ball in the middle, and it's incomplete. I think it was a linebacker that picked him up in coverage, Jeff Barnes, and Barnes was the guy that put the bang on him just as the ball was coming down. Now Tony Franklin moves in. Franklin is going to get an attempt from about the 35-yard line. That means a 45-yard attempt for Tony Franklin.
I think that ball could have been caught by Stanley Morgan. It would have been a good catch, but it was catchable. Still would have been short of the 1st down, though.
So Tony Franklin will go for a 45-yard bid. His kick is up, and it's heading downfield, and it is good. And the Patriots, with 1:45 left in the first half, have pulled into a flat-footed tie with the Los Angeles Raiders at 17 apiece.
Tony Franklin, Mr. Dependability. What an asset he's been to this team. A big field goal. The Patriots able to take advantage of the turnover. Not a touchdown, but able to take advantage at least to tie it up. A 45-yard field goal by Tony Franklin. And we've got a tie football game, and it's been just about as exciting a football game as we expected that it would be. This has been a good one.
Well, we've got a deadlock, and I don't know if the fans are appreciating it. They seem stilled. The scoreboard says 45 seconds. I'm not sure what that means.
I think it means 1:45 because the other clock says 1:45 left.
Yeah, so does that one, but
yeah.
the big Nissan. Of course, what they do is they wipe out the entire scoreboard when they do that. Hey, you look up for a quick check on the board, and it isn't there. Are they that laid back here in California? I mean, that they can do that.
Well, that means 45-yard field goal. But at any rate, that scoreboard is so far away in this Coliseum, and it's as big as it is, it's still hard to see. 92,000 is the capacity here for football, a little over 92,000. Prior to the game, a couple of days ago, they were 25,000 short of a sellout. I don't know what the official count is yet, but it looks like it's close to 90,000 at any rate.
Tony Franklin hammered one for 45 yards and 3 points. Now he kicks off to Fulton Walker over the 10, going to the left. The 15 gets caught. They take Fulton Walker down to the 18-yard line. Special teams are hustling downfield now, and they're doing what you got to do with Fulton Walker. Don't give him a chance to get started. Ed Williams that time came down and put Walker away. The return 10 yards. Raiders are behind their 20-yard line. The official spot gives them the 19. That's where they started the last time, 1st and 10.
Now it'll be interesting to see what Mark Wilson's going to do, John, with a minute 40 left in the, I think it's a minute 40. I can't tell with all these numbers up on different clocks around here, but see what he does. See if he's going to go for it.
Here it is, 1st and 10. Pitch goes to Marcus Allen trying to go to the right, and Andre Tippett loses his helmet when he pops old Marcus, but he takes him down for a slight loss on the play. Marcus trying to go with a sweep to the right side. Couldn't go anywhere at all. Andre Tippett was right up in the teeth of that thing, and he's the guy that put the pop on him. So give him no gain on the play. Make it 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders. Score is 17-17. Tony Franklin's 45-yard field goal did that for the Patriots, so we've got a tie. And it's a strong left formation for the Raiders. Mark Wilson back, play action fake, looking downfield. He throws deep down the middle. He's looking for a receiver. That's a diving try by Dokie Williams down the right side. Step for step with him, though. Ronnie Lippett. Lippett might have had as good a shot at the ball as did Dokie Williams. Fred Marion was coming back in a hurry to put double coverage on. He was going to help out. They didn't have that many receivers deep downfield, and Mark Wilson that time watched Dokie all the way before he threw the ball, and that, of course, helps the secondary a good deal. 3rd and 10 to come.
I guess that answers my question about Mark Wilson's intentions, doesn't it, John? He really went after that one. Again, to Ronnie Lippett, and I admire Wilson's courage. Lippett's already picked him off twice.
So here's Mark Wilson, 3rd down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Hands off to Marcus Allen, left side over the 20. Marcus Allen on the run. He's sprinting to the 30. He's up to the 35-yard line, to the 36-yard line. Fred Marion finally ran him down. That time, Marcus went to the left side, and there was some room. And he has that facility of being able to kick it into an extra gear, sort of as Stanley Morgan does when he's coming down under a ball. You could see Marcus kick it into gear that time, and he shot it out to the far sideline. Patriots bench, 36-yard line, 1st and 10, a 17-yard sprint.
Well, he does have that burst of speed, doesn't he, John? That overdrive almost. He showed it on that 12-yard touchdown run, and he showed it again on that play. That's a timeout by the Raiders with 47 seconds left in the half. I'm sorry, it's an official's timeout as we still try to figure out what's going on with this clock.
Well,
Marcus Allen has 77 yards on 15 carries in the first half.
You can't figure that out. Now they're showing us the Raiders coaching staff up where the scoreboard is supposed to be. And they've taken down the score and all the meaningful statistics like timeouts and how many timeouts are remaining. They're all wiped out now. 47 seconds remaining in the half. I believe that's true. That's from that other clock. But they've totally wiped out the board, and the only one that's visible from this vantage point by showing us that Tom Flores is the head coach of this football team, which we knew anyway.
Looks like laid-back Southern California could use some help from high-tech Massachusetts at this point. These fancy scoreboards they've got here, and they can't get any of them to work.
Mark Wilson so far in the game is 3 for 10 for 32 yards throwing. He's been intercepted twice, and he's thrown for 1 touchdown. That was that 16-yard shot to Jesse Hester.
I'm not sure what that means anymore. The team is tied with the Patriots, and you look at yesterday's game, the Rams, and Dieter Brock, what did he complete, 6 out of 40 or something like that, and yet his team still won easily. So.
Yeah. Well, he had Eric Dickerson grinding out 248 yards. What a great game.
Oh, did he look like a great running back in that one? I don't know what happened to the Cowboys. But they stayed home in Dallas, I think.
Well, they sure didn't look like a great defense against a great running back like that. They had trouble stopping the run, clearly. Ball is at the 36-yard line for the Raiders. They and the Patriots are tied at 17 with 47 seconds left in the first half. The Raiders asked for the timeout here after Marcus Allen brought the ball up to the far side. Matter of fact, he had stopped the clock running out of bounds. They actually wanted some time to discuss their strategy.
Okay, what he's saying now is the clock over the tunnel on the far side of the field to our left is official, and that shows 47 seconds left in the half. I think the Raiders have 3 timeouts left. They've got an opportunity to get into field goal position here.
So the Raiders move it up to the 36-yard line. Strong left formation. Patriots in a 30 defense. Outside linebackers up. Mark Wilson is back looking to throw. He guns it out the left side and throws it short. His receiver, Todd Christensen, was doing a sideline run. He was just going down, and the ball came in behind him. Roland James, the strong safety, was in coverage on the tight end, and Larry McGrew was out there as well to help. But it's going to be a 2nd down and 10, and the crowd hoots a little at Mark Wilson for throwing the ball short.
Well, they're hooting at him, but it's a good thing it was short, because if it had been a good pass, I think Roland James might have had a shot at it.
17-17, it's a tie. 41 seconds now remaining here in the first half of play. The Raiders, strong right formation. Mark Wilson is back looking to throw. Still has time. Fires out to the right side, complete to Todd Christensen, down to the 35, to the 34, to the 33-yard line. He's bumped out of bounds by Fred Marion. Todd Christensen went down the right side that time for 31 yards. And you're right, John, they're now in a position where they could go for the field goal. 34 seconds left. Christensen knocked out of bounds. That stopped the clock.
I think they need a few more yards, John. They've got 34 seconds. Right now it would be a 50-yard field goal. And as we said, Chris Barr needs to have it at least inside a 40-yard field goal before he's any kind of a threat. So I think they need another first down here. 34 seconds. They got time to do it.
So, stepping up is Mark Wilson. First down at 10 at the 33-yard line of the Patriots. Handoff goes to Marcus Allen. He breaks through down inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Roland James has to take him down. All of a sudden, the Raiders' offense comes to life against the Patriots' defense. A big bite by Marcus Allen, and of course Todd Christensen with that long reception from Mark Wilson. Now Marcus Allen brings it down to the 23-yard line. That's very close to a first down. They're looking out at the side now, but we've got a timeout. And again, they have wiped the clock clean, but the Raiders took the timeout. And I would guess with 29 seconds remaining in the first half that they're down to their final timeout.
No, they've got 2 left. The official just said the clock, again, the scoreboard is out, so we have to listen to the official. He said that was their first charge timeout, so the prior timeout was an official timeout. The Raiders got a break on that one.
They've gotten a couple of those in this game.
Yeah, they have. But now the Patriots, instead of worrying about a field goal, have to worry about the touchdown. 29 seconds left. The Raiders at the 23.
You might be right about Al Davis having a hand in this. You know, if you fool around with these Panasonic deals they've got at the end of the stadium enough, and you've got the officials calling official timeouts, which has happened only when the Raiders have had the ball, it gives you a little extra edge, doesn't it?
That's the Patriot paranoia. They have the same thing in the Orange Bowl, same thing here. Al Davis and Don Shula control the world.
Those scoreboards up there are flipping out. It's back now at 17-17. Patriots and the Raiders. 29 seconds left. Mark Wilson drops back. Looking, throws complete over the 20 down to the 15-yard line to Todd Christensen. To the tight end again. Is in on the action this time for 8 yards. Andre Tippett brings him down, but the ball is going to be spotted near the 15-yard line of the Patriots, and 20 seconds remain here in the first half, and L.A. has taken another timeout.
That leaves them with 1, which means they've got to save that one to stop the clock to set up the field goal. So now the strategy changes a little bit as the ball is at the Patriots' 15-yard line, second down and about a yard. So the Raiders can take 2 shots at the end zone now.
And good. With 6 seconds remaining, first half, the Raiders retake the lead. It's 20-17 L.A.
They crossed the Patriots up on that third down play. They sent a wide receiver into the end zone and then tried to sneak Marcus Allen out of the backfield on the right side and try and flip it over to him. Try to catch the Patriots napping, but Steve Nelson had none of it. He was all over Allen. So the Patriots give up 3 points, but could have been worse. 66 yards in 10 plays, that's the bad news. With 1:45 seconds left to go in the half, and the Patriots had just tied it. The Raiders go 66 yards in 10 plays in a 32-yard field goal, so they'll probably have the lead at halftime. 20-17, the Raiders. What a football game.
So far, so good. Going along fine. AFC Championship Series. This, of course, is the what I guess you would call in the AFC the semifinal. And then they'll go for the AFC Championship next weekend at Miami. The winner of this game will advance to play the Dolphins. Chris Barr has the ball set on the tee. 6 seconds left, first half. L.A. 20-17 over the Patriots. Stepping starring deep. Barr hits a ground ball. Picked up by Cedric Jones. Falls down. Stays there at the 20-yard line. That was a ground ball. It was fielded by Cedric. He had a bend to field it, went down, and 1 second sits on the clock right now at the 20-yard line. That's where it's going to be first down for New England. The offense comes out onto the field. I would be surprised, however, if they use that for anything other than to just bleed that second off the scoreboard.
Yes, no heroics now. I'll be trying a long one at this point.
20-17, Los Angeles Raiders out in front. The Coliseum in L.A. The blimp buzzing around overhead. Patriots set up, and that's it. They bleed the second off the clock and put it away. That's the end of the first half of play. Here in Los Angeles at the Coliseum, what's happened? A flag? There is a flag down on the field. They have held up a couple of people, including the guys who are holding the stakes on the far side. They're talking to Tony Easton of the Patriots right now.
There's no foul on the play. The half is over.
Okay, thank you very much. That is the end of the first half of play, as we thought. And after one half, the Los Angeles Raiders lead the New England Patriots 20-17. At the the Coliseum, the entertainment, the All City Band from Los Angeles is entertaining a crowd which I would estimate to be in the 80,000 range. We don't have an official crowd numbers yet, but we'll have that soon for you. John, the Patriots are still in this thing. It's been a strange first half in that we've had a large number of turnovers that have created situations that have put the Patriots, I guess, and the Raiders in the hole on occasion.
Yeah, 5 turnovers, which is really surprising from 2 good football teams, 3 by the Raiders and 2 by the Patriots. And consequently, because of those turnovers and because of some other things, there's really been a shifting in the tempo of this game, kind of back and forth. It looked for a while as though the Raiders were going to possibly just run out and bury the Patriots. They jumped out in front 17-7, but I think the key drive of this first half occurred right at that point, John, when the Patriots went 80 yards in 10 plays, most of it on the ground, and Craig James got the touchdown. That got the Patriots right back in it, but it's been everything we expected it to be. It really is living up to its billing, and it's one of the finest games I've seen in a long, long time.
Patriots have been a second-half team this year, particularly a fourth-quarter team. They go to the locker room, and they've got to do a little bit of talking and maybe do a little bit of adjusting. Where do you think they're going to have to make those adjustments?
Well, they're going to have to find some way to stop Marcus Allen, but that's that's easy for me to say sitting up here. Nobody else has done it. 1,759 yards on the season. He's got 87 yards so far in the first half in this game and 16 carries, and really, that's been the Raiders' offense. Mark Wilson hasn't done anything throwing the ball. It's been all Marcus Allen, and the Patriots giving them good field position.
So it's a defensive adjustment. Offensively, they've had one really good drive, that late drive that pushed the ball upfield for 80 yards. They mixed it up fairly well there, but really got their, I guess, most gorgeous chunks of yardage out of the ground game.
That's what I was looking for. Craig James has got 13 carries, 52 yards, and he really has looked pretty good in the first half. I think they see a little more of that in the second half. The Patriots have had a lot of success running the ball.
And, of course, Mosi Tutupu had a 17-yard gallop in that drive, too, that helped out. But the Patriots pushed themselves right back into contention. They're only 3 points behind. It's 20-17 here at halftime at the Coliseum. And you don't get the sense, at least I don't, that they're out of this game. It looks like a very contestable game for them going into the second half.
I think the Raiders thought that ahead of time. I thought they knew they were going to have a ball game on their hands with the Patriots, and they certainly are talking about that in the locker room now, that, hey, listen, this one's going to be a tough one, and far from over.
I'm John Carlson, along with John Morris, here at the Los Angeles Coliseum.
The Johnson Collection. As I mentioned at the outset of this broadcast, we now start the second half with the NBC call. Here are Dick Enberg and Merlin Olsen.
The Raiders will get the ball first to open this second half. So Alice, a spectator for one play. There are the first half statistics. Total yards, the Raiders, after starting slowly, outgaining New England. Yards rushing about the same, and yards passing, both teams well under 100. Franklin's kick sailing down to Walker at the 4. He fumbled twice in the first half. One recovered by New England, and he is hit hard at the 20, down at the 21-yard line. Number 95, Ed Reynolds, with another good hit on special teams.
Dante Scarnecchia, the special teams coach for these New England Patriots, really has them primed for the day.
And we've got a penalty flag down back at the line of scrimmage for the Patriots, and apparently they were offside.
Offside. Number 52 on the kicking team. Re-kick.
Johnny Rembert, who had that fumble recovery for a touchdown last week against the Jets, a bit too eager.
Now maybe remembering that he went down on the kickoff, picked up a ball that had been knocked around and scooped it and carried it in for a touchdown. You don't get many chances like that. Maybe he was visualizing another one of those.
Sometimes this situation backfires on the kicking team. They've already made a good stop at the 20-21. Now they got to go back and make the long run once again. Sammy Seal and Fulton Walker will move up about to the 10-yard line as Franklin gets ready to kick again.
It's interesting, Dick. These two teams have two of the best overall defensive and special teams packages in the league. And you got to believe that Steve Ortmeyer thinks that he's going to get a big play out of Walker. He wants another shot at it.
Franklin, who did his kicking at Texas A&M, resetting that ball on the tee and give it a little more angle.
Real short on
Very short. He almost missed it. All the way up to the 18-yard line. Sammy Seal. And a flag down as Seal is tackled at the 35-yard line.
Rod Martin, number 53, coming down, just kind of hipped. Is it Ed Williams or Ed Reynolds?
Ed Reynolds is 95.
95. It's Ed Reynolds. I got it mixed up earlier. Just kind of hipped him out of the way.
On the run back, first down.
Boy, you do have an eye for those guys that get the penalty call, though. You're absolutely right, Rod Martin, and that'll take it back to the 15. So actually, the Raiders come out of that 6 yards short of the initial kickoff.
Well, of course, without the penalty, they'd have had the big play. Here's the last of that play. Now, Rod Martin really tried to make it look like this contact is incidental. Look at him. He just drops his shoulder, and it's a kind of a ho-hum thing, and then backs off. And the official, looking at it from the front side, did not call it. The call was way from the backside by another official.
Marcus Allen starting 18 yards shy of 100, and he picks up 5 on his first attempt in the second half. The Patriots allowed only 2 men to rush for 100 yards this year. Kevin Mack of the Browns, certainly a top rookie player in the league, rushed for 115 yards, and Kurt Warner of the Seattle Seahawks 105 yards. In their earlier game, Allen 98 yards, 2 yards shy of that century mark. Working on 10 in a row is Marcus Allen. Oops, early movement on the Raider line. McGrew, former teammate of Marcus Allen at Southern California, makes the hit, but it appeared Bruce Davis on the left side of the Raider line had jumped offside.
Talking to Larry McGrew, that he said that this was the first time that he and Mosi Tutupu had ever come back to play on this turf since they had left college. And I thought that was kind of interesting. With all the years in the NFL between the two of them, never played a game here.
2 times a Rose Bowl starter with McGrew.
Number 46.
Oh, it was not Bruce Davis, but it was the tight end Christensen who jumped offside. There's the look at the top runners, both 1,000-yard men, and Craig James, 53 yards to 88 for Marcus Allen. James with a touchdown. 5-yard penalty makes it 2nd and 10. Right back to Allen. Roland James. Oh, look at Allen just carry the pile for a first down. 10 more yards for Marcus Allen, and that will give him 98 yards for the day.
Marcus Allen, what can you say about this young man except that he just has incredible ability and a great sense for what is important. Now, he'll go down if he figures he's got it already, but when he needs that first down, he goes for it. Look at the wristband on the wrist of Mark Wilson, the quarterback. All the plays listed there. When the signals come in from the sideline, he'll read the play off that man.
The throw to the outside and hit immediately was Dokie Williams. Coming up from the corner, Ronnie Lepet, 2 yards on the play.
You wonder who's calling the defenses for this New England team? Rod Rust. What an incredible year he has had. He has put this team together, and he was, I think, a real blessing for Raymond Berry that he was in place and had this defense cranking. And Raymond Berry, one of his first acts was to say, hey, I want him to stay as long as he wants to stay.
Actually 7 yards on that first down play, and now Marcus Allen with the first down out to the 37-yard line. Andre Tippett made the tackle.
Impact players. We gave Tippett a little less of a grade than we gave Long, but you got to give him a good grade here as he battles with Todd Christensen. Finally throws him aside and makes the tackle. I think the thing that amazes me about Tippett is that at 240 pounds, he doesn't care who you are. He'll take you on, and he attacks those offensive players.
Allen now over the 100-yard mark, 103 yards today. Inside to Hawkins to the 50, and he's all the way to the New England 41, Frank Hawkins.
Just a little bit of that wishbone philosophy there. Get him thinking about that outside play and then hit him up the gut. Marcus Allen, they fake the toss to him going to the outside. Watch it. A little fake here, and they hand it back to Hawkins. Hawkins gets away from from Williams on the inside, 72, and then cutting against the grain. That's a trademark of Marcus Allen. He said, I can do it too.
23 yards. That's 2 yards longer than his longest run all year. Allen handoff, but the presence to be able to pull it back to his chest, and a flag is down.
I've seen him do that a couple of times on this drive, and I wonder what's happening. Maybe Wilson is not getting that ball into the perfect position for Marcus to handle it on the handoff.
Appears to be against Los Angeles.
Number 79, the offense.
Bruce
First
Davis,
down.
who was voted by his teammates as the top offensive lineman for the Raiders this year.
Here's the handoff, and let's see if we can tell what happened to Marcus on this play. Watch him just kind of bobble that ball. Look at it popping loose. His total concentration, never dropped his eyes from what he was doing. That's great confidence. Just worked at handling that football with his senses and with his feel.
First down and 20 from the 50-yard line, and Wilson uses a timeout. A valuable timeout spent as Wilson did not like what he was seeing. We'll be right back. Being brought to you by Mazda Cars and Trucks. The more you look, the more you like Mazda value. By McDonald's. It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's. And by Federal Express. Why fool around with anyone else? 10 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. A huge crowd at the Coliseum in Los Angeles that will number around 85 to 90,000. The Raiders leading 20-17, and it's Los Angeles with a first down and 20 at midfield. Hester in motion. Wilson back to the line of scrimmage. Flushed out of the pocket. Don Blackman secured the stop. No gain. And in fact, if it's behind the line of scrimmage, that would be a sack. It's going to be very close. They are ruling that a gain of a foot or so, so no sack on the play.
As long as you move the chains, they're going to give it to you.
But the Patriots were ready this time. Larry McGrew did not go for Allen sweeping right, stayed at home and made the stop after a 3-yard pickup. Roland James there as well.
Good reaction. The Patriot defense had to be expecting a pass play. Dick, one of the differences in the defensive philosophy of these two teams, the Patriots try and keep everything in front of them. They try and make you work that ball down the field. And they give you some room in front of those linebackers, in front of that secondary. Their thought is that you're going to make the mistake before you can put it in the end zone.
Third wide receiver, Tim Moffitt. He's wide. Oh, Wilson calls time again. And listen to these fans.
I wonder if he's looking down at that. Yes, he was. He was looking at the second clock and realizing that he was going to get called for a 5-yard penalty. He called the timeout, which is what he's instructed to do, but there's great frustration for him. And again, perhaps this is an illustration of the fact that their signaling system is not working as well as it should be working.
Verlin, I question the strategy here, and why is it that some coaches don't say, hey, listen, a 5-yard penalty sometimes is okay. We'll take a 5-yard loss now rather than spending what could be a most valuable timeout later. Now, those two timeouts, rather than 2 10-yard penalties, when we look back at it, maybe it won't matter. But I've got to think that somewhere along the line, someone's going to say, hey, go ahead and take the 5 yards.
Well, I think it's a reaction thing for the quarterback. I think they've told him initially at some point, if you're going to run out of time, take the timeout.
Here's Wilson. Of course, he's looking at that clock and could not get the play away. Perhaps was caught up in an audible and didn't like the pinch he was in, but so it goes.
Well, he's upset. And again, let's reiterate that the Raiders, a team that let Plunkett call the plays on the field and so he had more time to operate, have gone to a signaling system with Mark Wilson where they're sending the plays in from the sideline and giving them to Wilson. That takes more time, and it has put this offense at times at a disadvantage.
By the way, Plunkett is not available while the Patriots activated Grogan.
He can't play in that jacket?
No, he can't play in that. But some folks may think, since we've seen him a couple of times, that he has been activated. He has not. The backup quarterback is Rusty Hilger, the rookie from Oklahoma State.
He is available to be activated.
Right. 3rd down, 17 for Wilson. And down he goes. Don Blackman with a sack. Boy, that was a rough series for Wilson. 2 timeouts and a very rude sack.
And you'll hear the chorus of boos from the Coliseum audience. There's the shot. Garen Vera, 60, coming from the left side, but there was no way that he could get away. That's a jailbreak. Blackman, whoa, what great quickness from number 55, Blackman, who's had an outstanding year at that right linebacking position.
Ray Guy punting for the first time today. His average was just under 41 yards on the year. And Irving Fryer back inside the Patriot 15. He led the league with over 14 yards per punt return. He won't return this one, apparently, as it is short and a fair catch on the wing by Marion at the 25-yard line. So the Patriots have the ball at their 25, trailing by 3. And you said the rip move. You kind of brush them aside. What is the actual rip part of it?
What you'll see the Raiders do very often is either head slap, well, do it this way, with a head slap here and the rip move underneath.
This is the move where you drive them up underneath.
Well, they rip it with the arm, and they bring the arm up underneath and lift the man up. Or you can push with this hand and then rip underneath. You'll see them doing both. The Patriots have complained that they get a lot of holding calls because those arms are ripped underneath and left under the arm.
Eason looking for help. None to be found. He's down for a sack. Reggie McKenzie. He had plenty of time, but the coverage downfield by the Raiders secondary, tough, and had to eat it.
3-yard loss in the play. Second down and 13.
The Patriots have been outscored in the third period and in the first period, but have been very productive in the second and fourth. They did lead 7-3 after the first quarter today. There's that handoff to Collins. Nothing there. A gain of a yard. Flag down. Paquel made the stop.
Paquel on the top.
Dick Weiler's sorting that out. Well, we'll let Jerry Markwright make his call.
There's also the Raiders you hear in the background.
Formation foul on number 67, offense.
That means that he's too far back away from the ball. Those offensive linemen must be up on that ball. And Steve Moore lined up too far from that ball, was penalized on that last play.
He's big enough to line up anywhere within a 5-year span, and he's around the ball.
Well, they call him the condo or the house. Hog Hanna said, we want to rename him Mobile Home. We don't want anything stationary out there with us.
You saw Mark Wilson walking in the sidelines. We received word that he was stepped on, a foot stepped on the last sequence, but he obviously is okay. They declined the penalty. Only 1-yard gain on the play, so it is 3rd and 11. Eason has yet to complete a pass to a wide receiver. Over the middle to James. Bubbles, and the Raiders have it. James had picked up the yardage necessary for a first down, but then loses the ball, and Van McElroy recovers at the Patriot 39.
Oh, how those turnovers do change the momentum and the emotion of a game. Looking from the opposite side of the field. Eason does everything right on this play. Nobody to go to. Takes a little extra time. And then a little flip pass here. But Craig James tried to put it away and run upfield before he had the ball secured. And that cost him the fumble.
I'm not sure he ever had control. That might have been an incomplete pass. Marcus Allen, he fumbles, and New England has it at the 32. Fred Marion, number 31, falling on the pumpkin as Marcus Allen had it stripped away. The Raiders are arguing that Allen was down.
Real turnaround, and The turnovers you see listed there, 4 by the Raiders today, and how interesting it is that they continue to be a team that somehow manages to survive the negative numbers on the turnover.
So back-to-back fumbles, and the Patriots have it again at their own 32, midway through the third quarter. The winner gets Miami in the AFC Championship next Sunday. Robert Weathers, who played his college ball at Arizona State, has 3 yards.
Let's go in and look at that last fumble by Marcus Allen again from the opposite side of the field to get a better view of it. That's Lester Williams from the backside, number 72, and he just reached around and stripped that arm back. Marcus, I don't think, knew he was there. That ball popping loose on that play.
Well, that has been one of the major shifts in defensive play in just even the last 5 years. You don't just tackle a man, you're always thinking strip the ball as well.
You are listening to the Johnson Collection. We now return to the WEEI broadcast.
Goes to the right side, and there isn't going to be much of a gain here. Craig James was trying to shoot it off to the near side, or the right side of the offense. Looked like a weak side turn, and Howie Long was there to make the stop along with Brad Van Pelt. Gain of maybe a yard on the play, so it's going to be 2nd down and 6 for New England. 2nd down and 6. Or check that, 3rd down and 6, of course. And here's New England going to the shotgun formation. Raiders putting the rush on. Back is Eason. Look at the throw. Pressure. He fires. Complete to Craig James. James is up to the 45 to the 47-yard line. Patriots have a 1st down. Craig James out of the backfield, hauled it in, and he was taken down by Rod Martin, but an 11-yard gain gives New England 1st down and 10, and they've got it up over their own 46.
What a play by Tony Eason. The pressure was on him that time. He couldn't find anybody open downfield. It looked like he was going to get sacked. He hung right in there and found his receiver. Really a lot of poise by Tony Eason to pick up a key 1st down.
And the Patriots move the ball up to the 46. They've got a 1st down and 10, and here they are. Eason on the turn. Takes a handoff to Mosi. Hands off to Robert Weathers coming on the right side. A little crossbuck play, and Robert Weathers is down at about the 49. Ball was picked up, and Matt Millen started running with it, and some of the Patriots took exception to his movement. Brian Holloway in particular. The ball is thrown down to the ground. Matt Millen had pulled it out of the hands of Robert Weathers. He's arguing with the officials now that, hey, that was a legal steal. he shouldn't have been down, but of course he was down. The game, the play, couple of yards, 2nd down and 8 now for New England.
A little macho posturing going on out there, I think, John, don't you? Millen knew he wasn't going anywhere with the ball, and so did Holloway, and Holloway decided to tackle him anyway.
And the Patriots have a strong right formation, split backfield on the turn. The handoff goes to Robert Weathers' right side. Weathers trying to dig his way over midfield, and does, into about the 48-yard line of the Raiders. Bill Pickell makes the hit. 3-yard gain on the play. Brad Van Pelt is there, the linebacker for the Raiders. And for the Patriots, going to be 3rd down now, and medium distance for the 1st down. They've got a 3rd down, and over 4 yards to go. Call it 5 for the 1st down.
In comes the 3rd wide receiver, so we expect the shotgun now.
20-17, L.A. leads the Patriots. 4:52 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Tony Eason in the shotgun. Look at the throw. Fires. Complete. Stanley Morgan down to the 30. Fumbles. Loose ball. I think the Patriots might have that baby at the 26-yard line of the Raiders. Stanley Morgan got hit. Ball popped out, but there was a Patriot there jumping on the football. Irving Fryer saving the day for New England. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 26-yard line of the Raiders.
I don't know how much more of this I can take, John. Those are the kind of plays that always went against the Patriots. All of a sudden, Morgan, who picks up a key 1st down, keep the drive alive, fumbles the ball. You expect the Raiders to get it, but no, Fryer's right there, and the Patriots maintain possession.
Boy, that's why you get those guys like Fryer on the 1st round. Number 1 pick. He saved the day. 22-yard gain. 1st down, 10. In motion, Cedar Jones going off to the left. Here's the handoff to Craig James, zipping up the middle down to the 20-yard line. Craig James found his room in the middle, got 7 yards. The Patriots will have a 2nd down at 3 at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Rod Martin made the stop for the Raiders. 3:47 left 3rd quarter. Patriots trail by 3 points.
Been no scoring in the 3rd quarter. The Raiders kept the ball for the first, 6 minutes or so, and got to no points out of it. And the Patriots now in their first possession have mounted a pretty good drive.
Now here they are at the 20-yard line. Wideouts left and right. Fryer and Morgan. Handoff goes to Craig James, left side. He finds some running room down inside to the 10. He's inside the 10 of the 8-yard line. Craig James just kept on going. Slanted to the left side. Got hit again. Over the 15, down to the 10, and down to the 8-yard line. And Stacy Toran made the stop finally there at the 8. It's going to be first down and goal to go, an 11-yard gain for Craig James. Tell you what, he's doing the kind of job right now that Dickerson did do yesterday for the Rams against the Cowboys.
Nice job by Craig James, 11 yards. He took 3 or 4 Raiders, and John Hanna along with him. Hanna had pulled through the hole, and Craig James just pushed him through, too.
Weathers into Tupu, the backfield now. Here's the turn. The handoff comes to Robert Weathers. Weathers got slammed at about the 7-yard line by Howie Long. Bounced. He might have gotten another yard, but if so, that's all. Bill Pickell was also there, and the ball will indeed go down just over the hash mark at the 7-yard line. It's going to be second down and goal to go right there.
I'm told that catch by Stanley Morgan, John, was the first Patriots reception by a wide receiver today. And I'm told that. I know it's true because Bob Levy, our statistician from Burlington, who has moved out to California and always did such a good job for us, he told me that. It's got to be true.
He wants to say hi to his mom, too. Well, we'll do that for him. Hi, here is Eason throwing out to the right side. He's got Robert Weathers. Weathers, flag down. Weathers is going to be knocked down near the original line of scrimmage. A flag goes down. Steve Moore, and Steve is just kind of walking by Greg Townsend, who's holding the sleeve of his jersey, saying, you had me, you were holding me by my sleeve.
Moore's not even arguing this one. He's just going back to the huddle.
That's a penalty that's going to go against New England. Apparently, there's no doubt about it. Certainly doesn't seem to be any in Steve Moore's mind.
Well, they tried to run a little one-man screen out to the right to Robert Weathers, just flipped back out to the right side, and Moore, the right tackle, pulled that time.
Illegal use of the hands. Number 67, offense, second down.
So it's going to be a second down for the Patriots. 2:06 left, third quarter. They're trailing by 3 points, 20-17. The ball is coming back out to the 17-yard line, and that's where it's second down. The penalty pushes the ball back to the 17-yard line. Second down now, and goal to go from there. Strong right formation for New England. Here's Eason on the turn. Double reverse. Irving Fryer left side. 20. He's down to 15. Bolts one. He's inside of the 14-yard line. There wasn't enough room. He did what he could. One sharp block out in front of him. Jeff Barnes finally brought him down. That at about the 14-yard line. That means a gain of 3 on the play for all of that running on a double reverse. And it's going to be third down and goal to go from the 14-yard line.
Well, Eason threw the block out in front of Fryer, and Eason did a nice job to trip up Jeff Barnes, but Fryer elected at that point to try and jump over that block. It really wasn't necessary, and by leaving his feet, he lost a lot of time and allowed the pursuit to come over and make the play. Good call, though. I like the call.
And here are the Patriots on third and goal to go. They go to a shotgun formation, slot to the right side. Back is Eason looking. He pulls the trigger into the end zone. And there is an incomplete pass. Irving Fryer reaching for the ball at the end line. Check it. Yeah, it is Irving. And it goes incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the thing. He had double trouble there. He had double coverage on him. Plus, he had the end line, plus the high ball. And it just was too much to overcome. Sam Seal was the principal in coverage, and now the Patriots are going to look at a field goal attempt by Tony Franklin with 1:14 remaining in the third quarter.
Tony Franklin's already hit one field goal today at 45 yards. Tied a playoff record last week with 4.
This will be a 32-yard attempt. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it's heading downfield. It's good. The Patriots have a tie with 1:11 left in the third quarter, 20-20, New England and Los Angeles. And we'll be back to the action at the Coliseum in L.A. right after this message.
This week's Kay Jewelers New England Patriots star of the game will receive a gift certificate from Kay Jewelers, the Diamond People. It's tied, 20 apiece. I don't know, John. I can't worry about the start of the game right now. I can't handle this game so far. 20-20. It has been some football game.
I'll send out for the oxygen for you. You'll be all right. Don't worry. Here comes Franklin to the football. Hammers it. It's high end over end. Coming down to about the 5-yard line. It's fumbled by Fulton Walker. He picks it up at the 10 and starts out to the left. That messes his timing up. Check it. He fumbles again. There's a loose ball. It's in the end zone. They're diving for it. There's a touchdown for the Patriots. The ball was fumbled. It was Sam Seal who fumbled the football. Sam Seal tried to recover the football. He couldn't handle the thing. It went bounding into the end zone. The Patriots have just gotten a touchdown on a recovered fumble in the end zone. That's something that the Raiders did to them the first time they met. Sam Seal is hanging his head now, feeling mighty bad about that one. But for the New England Patriots, Cedric Jones jumped on the football. He's had a pretty good year in special teams. That's more than pretty good. That's 6 points, folks.
They fumbled it twice on that play. And again, the Patriots just so opportunistic on this kickoff return. I think it was Cedric Jones that landed on the ball originally in the end zone, John. A couple of Patriots were after it at that point. But nevertheless, again, the Patriots special teams comes up with a play to score a touchdown. I think it was Tutupu that had the initial hit. We'll give it to Cedric Jones, who recovered the fumble for the touchdown. But another big one from the Patriots.
Boy, I tell you what, give Sam Seal a touch of commiseration. Now, Tony Franklin slams the ball through for the point after. The New England Patriots have just pushed their lead to 27-20 over the Los Angeles Raiders here at the Coliseum with 57 seconds left in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this message. Tony Franklin has just kicked off to the Raiders, and his kick went out of the corner of the end zone for a touchback. That's his first one in this football game. Tony Franklin has come alive, certainly inspired by Sam Seal's fumble. I think that the Raiders flip-flopped their return men and put Seal on the other side, and Seal dropped the doggone ball. It went into the end zone, and Jim Bowman
got the touchdown, not Cedric Jones, as we initially said. Jim Bowman. Cedric Jones had a shot at it, but Bowman wound up with it.
Here's Mark Wilson, first down and 10 from his own 20-yard line, stepping up and firing. That's complete to Todd Christensen, his tight end. Christensen is nailed at the 34-yard line, but that's good for a first down. Larry McGrew hit him for the Patriots, but it's first down and 10 for the Raiders, who now trail in this game 27-20.
That's the third time the Patriots special teams have scored a touchdown this season on a fumbled kickoff return. Rembert got one. Cedric Jones had one against Miami, and Cedric almost had another one, but mostly Tutupu was the guy that made the hit to cause the fumble.
44 seconds left, third quarter, 27-20 Patriots. Here are the Raiders first down and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Handoff goes to Marcus Allen, trying to find room, and does over the 40 and comes up to the 44-yard line. Larry McGrew and Fred Marion hit him. Nice piece of running work by Marcus Allen. He has excellent timing. Hangs there and waits for people to make moves, and then he puts on that accelerator and shoots himself up for gains, and this time he gets the first down, 10 yards on that carry to the 44-yard line. It's first down and 10, Raiders.
10 yards on absolutely nothing. He was just stymied in the backfield looking for a place to run. Looks like the Raiders are going to let the clock run down and try and regroup in the fourth quarter.
Apparently, because they're letting it go. It's down to 5, 4, 3, 20 carries, 112 yards so far in the game for Marcus Allen. The Raiders, well, they let the clock run out in the third quarter. They're going to do their work in the fourth quarter, presumably, at the end of 3 quarters of play here at the Coliseum in L.A. It is the New England Patriots 27, the Los Angeles Raiders 20. First down and 10, Raiders. They've got the ball at their own 44-yard line, and they trail by 7 points, 27-20. The Patriots recovering a fumble off a kickoff in the end zone. Jim Bowman gets credit for that fumble recovery. Here's the handoff. Marcus Allen right side. Gets whacked at the 45 and driven back to the 43. Garen Barris put the first shot on him, and Lester Williams put him away. Gain on the play, a yard. They'll put it at the 45, make it second down and 9 Raiders.
I think Andre Tippett might have had a hand in that too, John. And this Patriots defense right now sensing a chance here. 15 minutes away from the AFC Championship game, his Patriots defense knows all they have to do is stop Marcus Allen. The Raiders passing game has been almost non-existent today.
Well, let's see how they do this time. Strong left formation. Here's Mark Wilson back, and he wants to throw. He pulls the trigger right side. This one is complete to Dokie Williams. Williams is knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line by Number 42 of the Patriots, Ron Lippett, and Andre Tippett, the outside linebacker on that left side. It was a 13-yard gain, though. So the Raiders have pushed the ball now into Patriots real estate at the 42-yard line. Now the Patriots took advantage of that drop ball by Sam Seal. He had flipped with Fulton Walker. Walker's usually in that side. They probably regret that move. Here's the handoff. This time Frank Hawkins tries to come up the middle. Hawkins gets to the 41-yard line. Maybe a 1-yard gain. Garen Veras and Steve Nelson are there to stop him as the Raiders try to run it up inside the defense of the New England Patriots. The ball at the 41, second down and 9, Raiders.
Marcus Allen is on the sideline with some kind of equipment problem.
Kenny King is in the game, replacing him. Kenny King and Frank Hawkins are the setbacks. They're offset to the strong side. Here is Mark Wilson back, looking to throw. He's got time, fires it, and that one is incomplete. Ron Lippett went up for the interception, went through his hands. Todd Christensen had a chance to catch the ball, and you had a slight fibrillation, did you not? And that it's incomplete.
I saw
third and 9.
Make a move for the ball in front of the receiver, and I thought he had it. It would have been his third interception of the day. And I think he might have overplayed the ball a little bit. Christensen ran the out, and Lippett was really in position to make the play, and he just might have run it a little too far inside and overran the ball.
Yeah, and Christensen got a shot at the thing, but he couldn't hold on to it. So what we've got here is like third down and 9. Ball at the 41-yard line of the Patriots. Here are the Raiders now on this third down turn. Mark Wilson, the quarterback, single setback. Is Marcus Allen back as Wilson looking to throw. Deep drop now. He finally pushes it over the top, and that one's incomplete. Marcus Allen was pushing against the linebacker, trying to get downfield. I think it was Johnny Rembert. Rembert played him beautifully. He would not let him run by him, so Marcus could not get to the football as they tried to set him up out on the right side, and it goes incomplete. Give Johnny Rembert credit for a really nice play, and it's going to be fourth down and 9 now for the Raiders.
It was a nice play by Rembert. The crowd's looking for an interference call. So was Marcus Allen. If anything, the call might have gone against Allen. Marcus Allen, by the way, 21 carries for 113 yards so far.
Ray Guy is in for his second punting attempt of the day. His first was 33 yards. And back is Irving Fryer at the 10-yard line. Fully expecting Guy will go for the Coffin corner. He sails one, being watched by the officials, out of bounds. Looks like he's going to get what he wanted. At the 6-yard line, Patriots get the football, but they're deeply entrenched in their own territory. 12:58 remaining now in this, the fourth and final quarter. Patriots leading 27-20.
12 minutes, 58 seconds left to go in this football game. And the Patriots are clinging to a 7-point lead, 27-20. They've got the ball in their own territory. And what they need right now is a nice, long, time-consuming drive.
They come to the line of scrimmage to start trying to get it first down at 10 at their own 6-yard line. Here's the turn. The handoff comes to Craig James, right side. And James is met by a swarm of Raiders defenders, but at about the 10-yard line. So give them 4. Brad Van Pelt, Bill Pickell, and Howie Long were all there. It's going to be a gain of 4. Make it second down and 6 for New England now at their own 10-yard line. Wedging out 4 yards is good work on first down in that situation.
I'm talking about Mark Wilson, the quarterback for the Raiders. Listen to this. 6 of 16 for 80 yards, 2 interceptions.
Craig James, 17 carries, 75 yards rushing. Here are the Patriots, second down. Handoff coming on the right side as they push the ball up to about the 13-yard line. Looks like maybe the 14-yard line as they are going to spot the ball. That's going to be a yard shy of a first down. Matt Millen makes the stop along with Brad Van Pelt.
Well, you say you've got the best offensive line in the National Football League, and that's been the Patriots' reputation for a number of years. And this is where they're going to prove it in this fourth quarter of football. Big one right here, third and short.
Patriots walk up. Tony Eason now, third down and about a yard. Slot to the right side. Handoff comes up over the right, just up over the 15. Might be a little shy. I think it's Craig James in the carry. He just poked his nose over that 15-yard line, and it depends on what they give him for poking his nose over it. Howie Long and Bill Pickell were there leading the charge for the Raiders.
I don't think so, John. Looks short to me, but we're so far away. He may have it by 3 yards for all I know.
It looks like it's just shy, but they're going to bring the chains out because it's close enough to do that. Now the Patriots wanted to hold the ball. It's down to 11:36 left in the game. 27-20 New England. And they're stretching the chains out. First down. They did make it. Craig James poked his nose over the 15. As we told you, he poked the ball far enough over the 15 to get him the first down. That's what you call your crucial first down at their own 16-yard line, 1st and 10.
It was a crucial first down. A tremendous effort by Craig James because he was stopped short. I think it was just his effort to poke that ball across and pick up the first down.
The split backfield, Collins and James. Eason, the quarterback, strong right formation, slot to the left side. Here's the handoff. Trouble in the backfield. Ball just comes up over the line of scrimmage. Craig James was trying to run to the right side. Gets no yardage. During the course of the week, Matt Millen made the stop on that play. During the course of the week, they were practicing Craig James running a lot. Weak side. That time they were going strong side, but they did a lot of work on that weak side, particularly when against the Eagle set defensively that the Raiders used.
Well, that time Howie Long took a quick inside, and Steve Moore couldn't get him, and he knocked Hanna down and was trying to pull for the sweep.
Patriots have a 2nd down and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Play action fake and a handoff, and it goes to the right side and up over the 16 to the 17-yard line. Tony Collins, but of course a gain of only a yard. Jeff Barnes, the linebacker, out in the left, and got up there in a hurry to put the stop on the play. So it's going to be a 3rd down. And about 8 yards to go for the first down for the Patriots at their own 17-yard line. So here now they need some big yardage for a conversion. The clock is ticked down to 10:10, so there's plenty of time left for the Raiders. The Patriots don't want to have to bring Rich Camarillo in.
Put yourself in the coach's shoes right now. What do? Do you call a pass in your own territory, 3rd and 8? I don't think so.
Probably look for some high percentage thing. Here's the handoff coming to the left side. It's Tony Collins. Collins working his way to the 20 to the 22-yard line. Not enough for a first down. Looked for a while as though they might be able to carve out some yardage there, but at least they got it out over the 20. A gain of 6 in the play. Reggie McKenzie and Rod Martin, the linebackers, made the stop for the Raiders. And into the game comes Rich Camarillo, but at least there's some room behind him. The thing here is that he doesn't have to punt from his end zone.
That was a good call, and he almost made the first down. Faked the handoff up the middle to James, ran the sweep left with Collins, and all 3 linemen out in front of him, 3 of the 5, and they almost got the first down, but not quite.
Now they got to get coverage on Fulton Walker because he's a dangerous return man.
And they better block, too. They've already had one punt block, and the second one was close to being blocked.
Here's Camarillo taking the ball, stepping up. He hits it, sails out, a booming punt downfield, taken by Walker at the 28 over the 30, coming up the right side of the 35, gets hit and down at the 36-yard line. Mosi Tatupu had him in his gun sights, and he did not let him go. Mosi squeezed the trigger on himself and blew Walker away at the 36-yard line, and that's where the Raiders will go. 1st down and 10, a 49-yard punt for Rich Camarillo, an 8-yard return. So the Patriots defense still now with work cut out for them, at least is in a more advantageous position at the 36. The Patriots lead 27-20, 8:55 left in the game, and we'll be back right after this message.
This program is authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the New England Patriots solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of WEEI, the Helen Broadcasting Company, and the Patriots is prohibited.
Rich Camarillo's family even attended practice the other day and watched the whole thing, as a matter of fact, not just Rich's punting, but they're in the stands today. Rich is a native Los Angelino, and he, of course, is playing before a bunch of friends and family, and he's put on a good show.
He really has averaged 49 yards a punt, 4 punts, not counting the block punt. That one was a big one.
That was a beauty. Now, the Raiders have a 1st down and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Mark Wilson, the quarterback, takes the drop, looking to throw, swings it out on the left side. Marcus Allen, he eludes a tackler, another, but he can't get by them all. He gets back to the 34, maybe the 35-yard line. Don Blackman put him away. There's going to be a loss on the play of at least a yard, maybe 2. Looks like 2. The ball's going down on the hash mark at the 34. It'll be 2nd down and 12 yards to go. Patriots were coming at him that time, John.
He's been their whole offense for the Raiders. He's got over 100 yards rushing. I'll let you know how many passes he's caught so far, but on the season he's got 67, second leading pass receiver for the Raiders, but today he's been the entire offense.
Here are the Raiders, strong left formation. The Patriots stay in the 30 with the outside linebackers up tight. Play action fake by Mark Wilson, throws, and that one is complete. Todd Christensen down to the 42-yard line of New England. Andre Tippett brought him down. That one seemed to go through the hands of Jokey Williams and then downfield toward Todd Christensen. And Todd Christensen got the ball. And will you tell me, is that charm or design?
Well, that was a lucky play, no question about it. The tight end, Christensen, just happened to be in the right place because Jokey Williams' ball had been jarred loose by Ronnie Lippett, but right into the hands of Christensen.
24 yards on the play. Looked as though Christensen touched it. Williams caught it and then flipped it to Christensen. Well, here's Mark Wilson back first down at 10. Patriots territory. Zings it into the middle. It's intercepted. The Patriots have the football. Fred Marion, 35, 40. Fred Marion to the 45-yard line. Fred Marion picks off a Mark Wilson pass down the middle. And there is Ready Freddy. It was intended for Marcus Allen. The free safety was floating as he should. And Marion does it again. Patriots have the football. First down and 10. They lead 27-20. They now have the football with a spot just up over their own 44-yard line. A 17-yard return on the interception for Fred Marion.
The 6th turnover by the Los Angeles Raiders today. The 3rd interception by the New England Patriots. 2 by Lippett. That one by Fred Marion. The ball was tipped by Marcus Allen. Marion was right there, and the Patriots have it at midfield.
Here's New England, strong right formation against the 30 defense of the Raiders. Outside linebackers up. Eason turns, hands off to Robert Weathers, coming through. Weathers up to midfield. Weathers to the 50-yard line. Gain of 5 yards on the play. Going to be second down and 5 for New England. Bill Pickell, the nose tackle for the Raiders, made the stop. Time, 7 minutes and 2 seconds and counting in the football game.
Hard to believe that the Los Angeles Raiders, with a 12-4 record on the season, and with all their experience in the playoff games that they've had, 30 playoff games, 3 Super Bowl championships, can turn the ball over as many times as they have today. 6 turnovers, a lot of them caused by the Patriots.
Weathers and James, the setback, split behind Tony Eason, the quarterback. Second down and 5. The handoff goes to Tony Collins. I should say Craig James, going over the right side. And he gets down to about the 48-yard line of the Raiders. That's a gain of a couple of yards on the play. It'll make it 3rd and short as far as the situation is concerned. Let's see, it's just over the hash, so it's going to be 3rd down and just under 2 yards to go for the first down. Stacy Torin made the stop on that play. The safety coming up for the Raiders.
6 minutes and counting left in this ball game. The Patriots have got a 7-point lead. Big play. How many times have I said that today?
Yeah, 3rd down and short, 6:04 and counting. Robert Weathers gets the call, cuts it back against the grain and over the 45 and into the 44, and that's going to be a first down for New England. Robert Weathers with a nice move. He's got those quick feet that keep moving, too, and that time it worked to his advantage because it helped him make the cut back to the inside. 1st and 10, Patriots. Reggie McKenzie made the stop, but he made it about 2 yards too late.
Keep in mind, the Raiders have wasted 2 of their timeouts in the second half. They used them early in the 3rd quarter, so the Raiders only have 1 timeout left. Patriots can really take advantage of that now with a couple of first downs.
5.5 minutes left in the game, 27-20. The Patriots leading the Raiders. The ceiling is lowering here in L.A. You can just barely see that blimp up there now. Here are the Patriots with the first down. Handoff coming to the left side of Robert Weathers. Runs into trouble, but manages to cut his way back up over the 45 to the original line of scrimmage and then a little bit beyond. It'll be a second down. And about 9 yards to go for the first down. Stacy Torin, the second-year man from Notre Dame, made the stop again from his safety spot. Ball is going to be put right down at the 44, so call it second down and 10. Looked as though Robert had stretched out a little farther than that. They did not give him that distance, however.
Patriots have shut the Raiders out here in the second half. 5 possessions by the Raiders. Punt, fumble, punt. Great call by Les Steckel and Raymond Berry. The Raiders were expecting pass, too, and the Patriots ran the draw to Craig James out of the shotgun, and he picked up the first down.
Collins and Tutupu now the setback. Strong right formation out of the tee. The handoff goes to Mosi. Mosi trying to go wide to the right side, and he gets nailed. He's down at about the line of scrimmage. No gain in the play. Doesn't look like a loss either. Going to be second down and 10 for New England.
3 minutes left to go in the football game.
Jeff Barnes made the hit on that play. Clock is ticking away. 2:55 remaining in the game. Patriots leading by 7 points. And right now, they're in control of the thing because they've got the clock running and they're taking their time and exhibiting patience and doing things the way you ought to do them when you've got the lead and you've got control of the clock. Strong right formation. Here's the turn. Handoff goes Tony Collins, trying to go wide to the right side. He's down to the 30. Flag is down, too. Tony Collins punched it into about the 29-yard line as he stretched out. There is a flag down on the play that stops the clock with 2.5 minutes left. Now, Patriots, as you see, are running the wide stuff, and, of course, that takes a little bit more time if you're running outside than it does when you're running inside, and they're taking their time in the huddles, too, but the clock has stopped here. And the penalty probably is going against New England.
It'll be a holding call on the sweep.
Holding, number 30, offense, second down.
So they keep their down.
Tony Collins has done a nice job to stay in bounds on that sweep, but the penalty stopped the clock. They keep it down, but it's second and long now. The clock's important, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so the Patriots can run a draw, or at least a running play here. Don't have to throw it right now, and they can use up some more time.
Second down and long.
Morgan goes off the field. Play's been called.
We've got 2.5 minutes left as the Patriots come up. Stanley Morgan's out, and Cedric Jones, who's known as a possession receiver, is in. They've got a slot to the left, shotgun formation. Handoff, Craig James, right side, he goes again. This time to the 40 and inside to about the 36-yard line. Now, it's not enough, of course. The first down yardage necessary would bring them down to the 22-yard line, but a gain of 6 helps out. Looks as though the ball will be spotted at about the 36-yard line. Jeff Barnes made the hit on that play.
Patriots can let it go down to the 2-minute warning now, and the Raiders can't do anything because they've wasted 2 timeouts. They only have 1 left.
James now has gone over the 100-yard mark today. 23 carries, 104 yards. Patriots lead 27-20. The clock ticks down to 2 minutes, and the Patriots have the football at the 36-yard line of the Raiders. Stand by. More action. We'll be back for that right after this message.
Well, strategy really becomes a fun part of the game right now, at least for observers way up high. We don't have to make the decision, John, but Raymond Berry now faced with a decision. 2 minutes to go in the game. His team leads the Raiders by 7 points, 27-20. They've been maintaining control on the ground. They've done a nice job of using up the clock. The Raiders only have 1 timeout left. You're faced now with a third and about 15. You make the call. I think what you got to do, I'm just going to guess, and it's just to do it because it's fun, but I think you run another running play, use up as much time as you can. You've got the best punter in the league. Let him try and get that ball out of bounds somewhere around the 10-yard line and put the pressure on the Raiders offense.
Yeah, unless you get yourself down into pretty good
first down.
Yeah, pretty good. All right, Mosi Tutupu's in the ball game. The Patriots are set now in the gun. Here's the snap. Eason, handoff, coming on the left side. This time to Tutupu, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Mosi can't go anywhere, and the Raiders jump up and use their final timeout. That was Sean Jones who made the hit, and as he did, he popped right back up and asked for a timeout immediately. 1:54 left, and the Patriots are facing a 4th down and about 15.
This week's Kay Jewelers New England Patriots Star of the Game will receive a gift certificate from Kay Jewelers, the Diamond People. Jim Bowman, the young special teamer, John, recovered 2 fumbles today. One for a touchdown, scored a touchdown. The other one set up a touchdown, so he's a good candidate, but there's a lot of good candidates. This one isn't over yet now. Maybe Camarillo could be the star of the game because he's in punt formation now, and he's going to try and put a coffin corner kick on the Raiders, who now have no timeouts left, and they need a touchdown to tie the game.
Well, if he can put it out on the 3-yard line, I might vote for him.
88,936 is the official count here in the Los Angeles Coliseum today.
Not a bad take.
Now I see why the Raiders moved out of Oakland.
Rich Camarillo is back at midfield. The Raiders have everybody but the person in number 41, the kitchen sink, Fulton Walker up. Walker's at the 10, but of course the Patriots are going to go for the corner. Camarillo gets it off. Somebody was there in his face. Ball bounces at the goal line and goes into the end zone. It goes into the end zone, and they signal, of course, touchback. Camarillo just got that thing off, And it's going to be first down and 10 for the Raiders at their own 20-yard line. 1 minute and 44 seconds left in this game. Mark Wilson, the quarterback, takes the offense onto the field. Now up to the Patriots defense to stave that offense off for 1 minute and 44 seconds. Marcus Allen and Frank Hawkins are the setbacks behind. Mark Wilson, Raiders trail. Wilson drops, looking to throw, guns it, complete. No, it's dropped at the 25-yard line. Ron Lippett was there in coverage on Marcus Allen at the 25-yard line. Mark Wilson put the ball there, but Lippett banged him and shook it loose. So it's going to be second down and 10 at the 20.
Patriots have 5 defensive backs in there, and they can just, a couple of them can play center field. The Raiders can't stop the clock. Minute 38 seconds left.
Roland James and Ernest Gibson are in the lineup along with Raymond Claiborne and Fred Marion and Ron Lippett. Back is Mark Wilson, second and 10. Guns it in the middle. It's incomplete. Intended for Frank Hawkins out of the backfield. Johnny Rembert was there in coverage. And that one stops the clock with 1:34. And the ball comes back to the 20-yard line. And there, it's going to be third down and 10. And the Raiders put themselves in a position now. They got to throw here. No doubt about that.
Every time they've been in a position to throw, they haven't done it very well. They haven't thrown the ball well at all today.
1 minute 34 seconds left. Patriots leading 27-20. The Raiders on their own 20-yard line. They have no timeouts remaining. Here's Mark Wilson against the 4-man front of the Patriots now with the situational defense in. The nickel defense. Here's the throw. Complete to the 25. But Ron Lippett buries Marcus Allen as he catches the ball. Check it. Ernest Gibson buried him. That means it's fourth down and about 5 yards to go. Clock is ticking because he caught the ball. So it's down to 1:17. Mark Wilson drops back. Fourth down and 5. Fires Marcus Allen. It's complete. 35. He's on the run. Gets a block. Look out. He's up over the 45 to midfield and into the 49-yard line of New England. Clock is ticking down to 63. And they stop here. They've stopped the clock.
Patriots have gotten their final break of the year, I think, John. There's a penalty on this one. It's going against the Raiders.
That's right. They're bringing it back. There's a flag at the 17-yard line of the Raiders. A 25-yard gain for Marcus Allen. Raiders couldn't stop the clock. The reason the clock stopped with 63 seconds on it is that there's a penalty, and they're bringing it back to the 25-yard line. That's where it was fourth down and 5.
Personal foul. Grabbing the face mask, number 65, offense. Fourth down.
Mickey Marvin, the offensive right guard, is charged with that violation you heard, grabbing the face mask.
I'll tell you what, though, John, big break for the Patriots, but a scary play to Marcus Allen. The Patriots had everybody deep covered pretty well, and he just flipped it over the middle to Marcus Allen, and he gets loose in the open field, and watch out. And he needed one block over in front of the sideline. He might have been gone.
That penalty puts the ball back on the 13-yard line, though, and now the Raiders have a 4th and 17 at their own 13 with 63 seconds left, and they can't stop the clock. They got to go for the big bite of the apple now. Here's Mark Wilson back, looks, throws deep in the middle, and that one is dropped. It went through the hands of one receiver and into the hands of another. Dokie Williams, though, couldn't hold on to the football. Incomplete. Patriots get the ball. Patriots will have a first down and 10 at the 13-yard line of the Los Angeles Raiders with 56 seconds left on the clock. They have just, of course, provided the Patriots with the perfect opportunity to put this game away.
The New England Patriots are in the American Football Conference Championship next week in the Orange Bowl. And do I have to tell you, there's a lot of celebrating going on the far side of the field. The Patriots have earned this one. Their defense completely shut down the Raiders' passing game, shut the Raiders out in the second half, came from behind. They trailed at halftime by 3 points. And the Patriots came from behind and have earned it, and have earned the respect, certainly, of these Los Angeles Raiders today, and I think of most everybody else that watched this game today.
Boy, they've stopped the action as the Patriots come up to the line of scrimmage, and now they are calling a timeout. Looks like an official's timeout as well. Let's pause for station identification. This is the New England Patriots Football Network.
Got a problem? Talk it out with Bruce Williams, Sally Jesse Raphael, Bernard Meltzer, and Dr. Harvey Rubin. It's TalkNet, 7 nights a week on 56 WGAN Portland.
27-20, the Patriots lead the Los Angeles Raiders here at the Los Angeles Coliseum. It was just about 10 years ago, 1976, that I sat in the Coliseum in Oakland, California, and watched the then Oakland Raiders defeat the Patriots when Ken Stabler kind of fell into the end zone with just seconds remaining on the clock and took away a victory. Today, it's turnaround, and that's fair play.
Patriots have certainly buried that game today, haven't they? They really played well today, and the Patriots are lighting their victory cigar because I see Billy Sullivan over there on the sidelines congratulating everybody. Billy's a very happy man and has every right to be happy. He's been through some tough times with his team, but it looks like maybe things are starting to fall together for them this year. One game away from the Super Bowl.
So the Patriots are coming to the line of scrimmage in control of the clock, and they're just going to burn it off. The Raiders cannot stop the clock. And the only thing that can happen here, of course, is that the clock runs down on the Patriots, and they can end up with a 5-yard penalty, but this thing is going to go into their hands. The Patriots have won the football game before nearly 90,000 fans at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. And the Patriots now will go to the championship game in the American Football Conference. They will play the Miami Dolphins next Sunday at Miami. The Patriots now bury the ball again, and that'll be it. That's it. The clock is going to run down to its final second. We're down now to 8-7-6.
You're listening to the Johnson Collection, and we now go to the Sports Huddle with Eddie, Mark, and Jim on 850 WHDH.
You're tuned for the Sports Huddle. I'm Brian Phelan, WHDH News.
And here with New England's top sports tune of the week is Bruce and the Benchwarmers.
My name is Raymond Berry, I'm the head coach of the Pats. I only think of winning and I'm not concerned with stats. When Ron Meyer got the axe, I knew I had a job to do. It took a while, but now you see these Patriots are new. In the olden days, the standard phrase was in big games we'd lose. Our Cincy and Seattle wins show that's yesterday's news. Oh, we're rough and tough and lean and mean, we're hungry, that's the facts. Our rugged fighting football team is Raymond Berry's Pats.
Yes, my name is Raymond Berry, and I lead the Pats with pride. Along with some good judgment, I've had luck right by my side. Oh, at 2 and 3, the fans could see would be like other years. Lenny Sinfel and Grogan played and turned the boos to cheers. Take our offense, folks, it rarely chokes. This year we've won close games. The Stars are hand the Holloway. There's Collins and Craig James. Oh, there's Wooten, Darn Tootin, and Friars on fire. This year there will be no collapse.
A tough and solid football team is Raymond Berry's Pats. My name is Raymond Berry, I'm the leader of the Pats.
The days are done when we were treated like some old doormats.
Yes, I kept Rod Rust and said to him to make a stronger D.
He went and built the strongest D in Patriots history.
Oh, I love Ken Sims, but we lost him and Veras had great games.
We had some underrated folks, McGrew and Roland James.
Oh, there's Lippett and Tippett and Blackman's our sec when the D doesn't play, it attacks. A hungry and aggressive team is Raymond Berry's Pats.
This is the city. I'm a staff announcer. Hate to say this. The program you're about to hear in no way touches base with reality, nor does it have to make sense in any way, shape, or form. Now, here's Eddie, Mark, and Jim, the Sunday Night Sports Huddle.
one of the greatest games that we ever saw. And the Patriots have done it, another stunning upset. And all those big television reporters and all the big people in the networks, even up to the last second when they're congratulating the Raiders for going out fighting, nobody wants to give the Patriots any respect, but they did it. They came from behind again. And 27-20, that defense, unbelievable, scoring another touchdown on a kickoff. That's their best play by far. And Ronnie Lipett, the player of the game, in my opinion, he was anything but a weakness. And boy, we're going to be in touch with the Patriots very shortly. We'll find out when they're leaving. We'll pass that information, and we're going to try and arrange some interviews right on the telephone from the airplane as they're flying east. And that's it. Next Sunday night, I can tell you right now, at 4 o'clock, we'll all be in the Orange Bowl. We'll have to leave at the end of 3 quarters because we'll be broadcasting live from the Sonesta Beach Hotel in Key Biscayne, Florida. And we'll be doing special shows on Friday night and on Saturday night from 6 to 8. And, of course, Sunday night from 7 to 11. And we'll be calling in reports all week long from Miami, so you'll be able to get a good feeling for the game right here on WHDH. And tomorrow morning, of course, Jess will have Irving Fryer on. What can you say about these Patriots? 2-3, it all looked helpless. And here, all New England is going crazy. As we drove in tonight, there was hardly even any cars out on the road. And I just want to congratulate the Patriots. And I'll congratulate you, Jim, because you've been a Patriot fan from the beginning. I know it's a warm feeling for you.
No, I was glad to see Tony Eason hold them together. I was glad to see, Irving Fryer come up with a big play. I thought it was the biggest play in the game, recovering Morgan's fumble.
Absolutely.
And Lipett played a beautiful game. I thought that they played very well. I mean, all you hear, as you said, are the big, tough Raiders. Well, how about the big, tough Patriots?
Especially Steve Moore, who I thought played a very, very good game, as did the other offensive linemen, almost without exception, and they didn't make many mistakes. Eason, when he passed it, had something on the ball. The runners ran straight ahead. They didn't dance around, and I'm not quite sure how it happened, but it was very, very nice. And Lipett did not have to face that great receiver, and which I thought was the difference between this team and the Raiders and the Jets. And he stepped in and did a beautiful job.
Eason not throwing the ball when there was nobody open was a key, another big key as far as I was concerned. Just hanging on and take the sack rather than giving up the ball was to me a very difficult thing to do.
I don't want to take anything away from the Patriots or their minute of glory, but I think a lot of us picked the Patriots and said 27 points would win simply because Mark Wilson really doesn't have it upstairs where it counts. He made a lot of bonehead plays out there today, and the Patriots defense, no question, really upset them. We can give you this information. The Patriots will arrive at Providence at 2:30 a.m. And we'll be working now to play some telephone calls because right now they're unwinding and relaxing and then they'll have to get out in the airport. But that'll be Boston time. Is that Boston time, 2:30 a.m., Al? Al, is that Boston time, 2:30 a.m.?
Providence time.
All right, 2:30 a.m. Providence time, and that's where they'll be arriving. And I know you want to help celebrate with us. I mean, we were standing around watching when the Patriots defense scored another touchdown on the kickoff. And how'd you feel when they went behind? Was this whole game an emotional roller coaster? Did you enjoy your parties? Every place I drove by, there was lots of cars. It was like New Year's Eve. You could see there was lots of parties, lots of people having fun. And I think the Patriots deserve all the credit in the world. A magnificent performance. They are really starting to remind me now of the 67 Red Sox or the 69 Mets, a team of destiny. They'll be at the Orange Bowl, and they'll have a chance on Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock to break that Orange Bowl jinx. They almost did it the last time, but almost don't count. And to make this the absolute greatest weekend of my life, did you see the Giants out there today? I mean, have you ever seen such a pathetic display of lack of guts? Is Phil Simms the biggest yo-yo in sports? I mean, he went down when they said hike, he fell down. I have never seen such a terrible performance in my life, and the Bears were upset. And the reason the Bears were upset is they wanted a football game out there today. The people wanted a football game, and they couldn't get a football game out of those bunch of quitting. I mean, get rid of Phil Simms if you want. Joe Morris is all right. Mark Rivero's all right. The local guys are all right, but get rid of Phil Simms. 266. And we're going to hear from any New Yorkers tonight. Al, let New Yorkers through tonight, because you're boy, I don't like you because you're fat. 266-1100. You're first tonight on WHDH.
All right, Eddie, huh? Way to go, huh? Despite playing 3,000 miles away, despite the referees and no holding calls in the Raiders' offensive line, the Patriots did it. All the way, we're halfway there for payback time. Nobody's going to beat this team 2 times in a row this year. We got Miami next week, and then in 3 weeks we get the Bears, and it's payback time.
Well, all I can tell you is that we're really looking forward. We'll be leaving for Miami on Thursday morning, and we'll be on the air Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, and we'll give you all the play-by-play and all the color, and we'll talk.
Right.
I mean,
Eddie,
what a
isn't
ball.
this better than having Christy Brinkley doing a handstand and serving you a sub gum?
No,
child man with some gums, huh?
I'll tell you, it was a great day, and I know everybody really enjoyed themselves today. All right?
All right, buddy. Way to go. All the way to the Super Bowl.
All right. Don't drive tonight. 266-1100. You're next on WHDH in the Sports Huddle.
Eddie.
Hi.
How you doing?
You think Mr. Negative's going to call tonight?
I don't think he'll even have the nerve to call tonight.
Boy, were they a gallant bunch of Patriots today.
Hey, they were out there. They're the way everyone's been saying all week long. They were there. To hell with the Raiders. The Patriots are on a mission. The Raiders ain't got a chance. I was going to try and call you the other night, right? When you were trying to find out how everyone was going to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
I sat here. My 3-year-old kid was screaming up and down. He was jumping louder than I was. I'm telling him, kill the Raiders all week. He's jumping up and down. Kill the Raiders. Kill the Raiders.
You know, I was listening to the Browns-Miami game. One of my sons had a basketball game at Everett yesterday, and I was listening to the game, and all I kept thinking of was Jim McCarthy and Mark Whitkin, and I was going to be the guy to call them up and say, hey, guys, we're going to have to go to Cleveland. Forget Miami. But Shula...
I thought we were.
Yeah, well, Shula came through, and that was a big win because it's a, you know, I want the Patriots, if they get to the Super Bowl, they should beat the Dolphins.
Right,
and then
they have to go through Miami.
That's right.
I don't know if Shula came through, but Marino came through.
No.
Well,
we're going to go through Miami. We're going to go to the Super Bowl, and we're going to beat Chicago too.
Did you see the Bears today?
Yes, I did.
Well, they're a great team.
Oh, they're unbelievable.
The Bears are a great team, and I love McMahon because he's the freshest. He's absolutely the freshest guy in sports. And despite a league order, see, he's smart. He's a street kid. Despite a league order not to wear a headband with advertising.
Wears it anyways. He don't care.
Well, you know why? Because the league fine will be like $2,000. He probably got $20,000 from Adidas.
Exactly. He don't care what he loses. He goes out there and he wants to show him what he's like.
Well, I like him. He went out there and threw some blocks.
I want to see the Patriots go against them because it'll be the 2 best teams in football going against each other.
All right.
All right. We'll talk to you later, Eddie.
So long. 266-1100 is the number. And, of course, we'll be broadcasting from the Sonesta Beach Hotel Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Suite 202. And you come down to the lobby. They'll show you right how to get up there. And we'll welcome you. And we're going to have a ball. And we'll have a lot of fun. And I'll tell you right now, it's going to be a lot of fun because we can't get that same rotten weather we had the last time. All right, you're next on WHDH.
Yes, Eddie.
Hi.
Hi, this is Joanne, your school teacher friend from Newton. I just want to say what a great victory this was for the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't think of a better time to beat Miami in Miami than next week in the playoffs.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more because this Patriots team, I think, has avenged every loss, as the first caller said so far. They've avenged every loss, and there's only one little blot left. And that's Don Shula with the Miami Dolphins next Sunday at 4 o'clock.
But they're going to do it. I've got my Patriots shirt all set to wear to teach tomorrow morning, and I'm going to go in there, and they're going to do it. I just have a feeling.
Well, I think it's nice for the whole area and for the whole community because it's the first time we've really been able to be proud about this football team. We've been proud about the Celtics for a long time, and on occasion proud of the Bruins, and, of course, proud of the Red Sox about every decade or so. But I have to tell you, this is the first time it's really been great to say I'm a Patriots fan.
Oh, it's great. I wish I could be down in Miami with you. Do you think my principal would give me the time off to get down there?
I don't know.
Have a wonderful time down there, but we'll be rooting from the sidelines up here.
Well, ordinarily we'd be having a good time, except that we intend to work from down
I know that.
All right, especially if it's 85 out.
Oh, well, if I'm freezing up here, I'll think of you when it's 85.
All right.
Okay, Eddie.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
very much. 266-1100. Did you guys happen to see, before we get any further, did you see the Dallas game yesterday? I mean, the Dallas Cowboys are really, in my opinion, just aren't anything like they ever were, and the league has caught up to them and using a lot of their techniques. But the fact to get shut out in a playoff game, the Rams and Johnny Robinson deserve a lot of credit. Eric Dickinson broke the all-time playoff rushing yardage record. He was absolutely immense out there. The Rams' defense was magnificent.
Yeah, but
I think I think the Rams will give them a game next week. I really do. I think that's going to be a a bitter, tough game.
I couldn't believe the Cowboys. They didn't look like they were even trying. They looked like they were sleepwalking. I mean, I hate to say it, but, you know, after watching them, I'd have to say maybe some of those rumors about that team are true. I don't mean the betting, but they were bad, and they didn't seem to care at all.
Danny White needs a change. I really do. I think he's had it there, and the best thing for him and the team would be to change him and go with Hogerman.
As we say in fashion and beauty circles, I think they need a makeover.
I think that they had a couple of games where 50 points were scored on them. They just weren't a very good football team, and probably Landry did a terrific job, just like Schuler did last year, in even getting a winning record and winning the division. But it's strange what's happened in football, and I think what's happened really is the USFL has helped to stabilize the National Football League, and that they're distributing the talent, and the teams didn't have exclusive like they had. They didn't have a chance, the better teams, to get better first-round picks the last 3 years. So I think what's happened is it's had an evening effect up in the league. But it appears now to me to be very obvious that the 4 best teams in football are really there at the end. There's the Chicago Bears, the Rams, who are very good, except for a few games in the middle of the season. They don't have much at quarterback, except as much as people knocked Ida Brock. He had a minor concussion, went back in there and played himself out.
I think he's a tough cookie.
He is a tough cookie. Experienced, too, and he might be tough in the playoffs. But you got the Rams, you got the Bears, both who have fantastic defenses. You have the Patriots there with the fantastic defense. And you have the Dolphins with not a fantastic defense, but a great offense, and a great quarterback and great receivers. So I think the 4 best teams, really, after all the long season and everything else, the 4 best teams are really left. Who's going to go to a Super Bowl is a different story, but any of those 4 teams would be good representatives.
Go ahead, Jim.
I was just going to say, somebody's got to explain to me why the Raiders could not stop that inside handoff today when it was run out of the shotgun. Every time that play was run, except maybe the last time, it gained quite a bit of yardage. It just couldn't stop it.
I think with the Patriots...
Thank you for listening to the Johnson Collection and this broadcast of the 1985 AFC Divisional Playoff game between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Raiders.